Yeah, buddy.
Where we're gonna go. Hopefully, I don't hear a second version of it running in the background. Forgot to check my tabs. But yeah, so I think it just went live. So welcome into
Yes,
another
sir.
show. It's just us two for right now. We'll see if
Yep.
some other people pop in
The
later in the
bald man.
show.
The other bald man. My
Yeah,
bad. Apologies.
yeah. Well, people got lives. Unfortunately, I don't have a life, so this is why I'm able to do this.
Hey,
But
you right?
yeah, I know. But man, yeah. So the the big event or I guess the big Tuesday before Utah.
Yep.
Honestly, I think that's what is on at least our immediate minds. Utah has always been. Have you been? First question actually is: have you been to Utah before?
Yes, I was there
Okay,
last year.
okay.
Great. Love Utah.
It's
One
a
of my
very
favorites.
different place than I feel like any of the other tracks we go to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's way more laid back. I feel like in terms of like
Yeah.
you can just pull up or just a fold up chair and just chill and watch the
Chill out.
yeah
The venue's also different because it's not like E Town's E Town, Road Atlanta's Road Atlanta, St. Louis. What's that called? Worldwide Technology Raceway. It's that, but like Utah also has like livery motorsports and livery LVRY like on campus, and they have like a cool store with all of their gear. And then they got like the Riot Motorsports stuff and like
yeah
almost like a walkthrough museum there of like a bunch of cool Porsches and camera cars and stuff like that. So it's a cool addition. Yeah, no, it's a very cool venue. It's one of the prettiest venues I could say pretty confidently. I think it is the prettiest venue, but
yeah. It's probably in terms of like I mean it's I don't know if you consider it nicer than Atlanta, but like it's probably one of the nicest tracks we go to as well.
yeah.
Um,
I think Atlanta's probably the nicest because it's
Legit,
NASCAR owned road course. So
right? But like the facilities are really nice
yeah,
at Utah. Like they're just newer and whatnot. So like that's like a it's always nice to have, and it's actually one of the few. I guess we do this in St. Louis as well, but like as media, for example, like we get like a parking pass and everything, and then we go drive all the way to the hot pits, which is like seems like a 2 mile drive to get back there because we take like the road
do
course
you go
there.
like on the track and go all
Yep.
the way back?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Nice.
it's a journey to get it back to hot pits, but it's one of the like you said, it's one of the unique tracks because you can get the mountains in the background of like hot pit for example and get some really cool shots and like we'll go to when the sun's going down or when it's coming up in the morning and it's just really a pretty place to film and I think that's one of the tracks that may not be the highest on a lot of people's list, but from a video like a photographer and videographer's perspective, it's a pretty sweet place to shoot. I would say it's better for photos than video because we are kind of limited on where we can go. We're stuck on the inside of the track the entire time. Like we're not
Hmm.
allowed to cross track, unfortunately, because that would have been cool to get some shots from like on that hill. But in
I was
terms
gonna
of the
say, can you hop on the big berms and stuff
no,
or
I
no?
wish. I think it's a
Oh.
insurance thing, but
Oh.
yeah. So
I see
like,
Larry's team hop up there, probably
yeah,
to get the
they get
exclusive
to go wherever
shots,
they
you
want.
know?
I'm not
Yeah.
that special. But yeah, no. In terms of like the actual event, it's interesting because it's another one of those early starts, kind of like Long Beach, where we start like super early and then we got to be done by the sun goes down.
Yep,
What
no
is it called?
lights, I'm
No
pretty sure.
lights. Yep.
Yep.
And we usually cut it pretty close too. I feel like in
Yeah.
years past, like the sun's been going down as we're like in the winter circle.
Yep.
But no, I'm excited. Utah, it's usually pretty good weather there too, which is the other cool part. It's
Yeah.
I mean
I
Seattle
don't
was
know about
perfect
this
this year,
year.
but
I
yeah.
don't know about this year for Utah. I see there's some like sandstorms or monsoon storms or
Ooh,
some shit like out
yeah.
in Utah. I don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on out there, but
This is the problem. We had a beautiful Seattle, so they have to get us back somehow, right?
yeah. I mean, was St. Louis? No, St. Louis was pretty cruddy. It's very
Yep.
humid.
Yep.
Very, very, very
It's
humid.
St.
Yeah.
Louis.
Yeah. Pretty terrible.
Yeah. All right.
Pretty
Well, good to
terrible.
see everyone in the chat. We got Dan, we got Casey, Eric, a bunch of guys in here. The Hoonigan Racing
My
Division.
favorite, Mike Hunt. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
The Hoonigan Racing Division shop used to be on the property too. Not sure if it's still there since Ken's passing. RP Ken. Shout out Ken.
Shout out Ken.
Casey, just sucks as there's no supporting hospitality. That is true. I
Yeah.
usually stay near the airport actually. That's usually where I stay. It's like a 25-ish minute drive I think to the track. So
Yeah.
that is
Where did I stay last year? I stayed in like an Airbnb in like
hmm,
near Salt Lake, and it was like 50 minutes one way.
wow.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Very early start on Thursday. For Pro Spec, I think
Mm-hmm.
the drivers meeting's 7 a.m. So
Mm-hmm.
you got to get there bright and early, you know?
That's right.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. You cannot get there any later than you want to. So that's cool. But
Yeah. What's up, Malik? You got Loco as well. So, obviously, you guys may be wondering what happened to the brackets for this event. Well, um, we've done some digging and we were able to get the prospect brackets. So we'll go over those. Um,
supposedly the Pro Spec brackets, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Did the
Like,
math.
I mean, you
Did
can
the
do the
math
math
real
and
quick.
figure it out.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. But
Yeah.
it's with the interesting part. We'll just throw this out here now. Pro will not have their official brackets until load in, which is really
Yeah.
interesting. But I think it's all dependent on if literal's coming or not.
Yeah. Or like if anyone else doesn't show up. Came to
Exactly. If
that
someone
point in
doesn't
the
show up, it
season.
completely changes the driver count and the which bracket you use.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
no offense to whoever might not be showing up, but I hope you don't make it because I think it makes it a lot more interesting of a show.
I did like just 32. Either 32 or 40. I think we'd be rocking and rolling. The
Mm-hmm.
36 just makes it kind of awkward. Or
Yeah,
the
exactly.
33 makes it kind of awkward.
Yeah, 33 is just extra awkward because it's all by runs and then a couple extra
One
drivers.
dude who doesn't show up
Yeah. So
Saturday. So
we'll see. We won't actually know the actual brackets until basically we get there, which could add to the fun. But we're at least gonna go over prospect. Obviously, if you've been living under a rock. Prospect is a three-way tie right now between Cole Richards, Nate Chen, and Dimitri Brutsky. Kind of, it's kind of nice because it makes this last event like super intense for the championship. And the thing is it's not like they're way ahead of everyone else either. I mean, you got Cody Buchanan and Corey Talaska back there, and I think I'm trying to remember if someone else
I think
was
Jerry Johnson could get up there too
Jerry
if he
Johnson.
wins.
Mm-hmm.
If everyone in front of him gets knocked out in 32, which would be kind of nuts if that happened. He could take it. Good
Yeah,
old
let me
Jerry,
go ahead
the
and
JJ,
throw up the standings before we get into the actual event.
as well as Colette. That would be a crazy one. Everyone in front of her gets out in 32, and then she wins it.
Yeah,
She would win
be
the
wild.
championship, which would be kind of wild.
Yeah, so, but there are a couple different races to kind of keep track of here, obviously. So, for those of you guys that don't know, the top three drivers get their pro license. I think that's guaranteed too, right? Like it's
Yes.
gotcha. Yeah, so it's not like if they feel like you get it or not. It's like a guaranteed thing.
Well, you're guaranteed to get it, but you don't have to move up.
Right, right.
I
And
don't know the
do you know how
specifics
long
of
that
that.
license lasts? I think it's like
I
two
want to
years.
say a year or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
don't know. I don't know the specifics. Like say this top three is top three.
hmm
Brutsky
would
already has a
Cody, for
pro
example,
license.
be trying to opt
Yeah.
in to get one
Yeah.
because obviously Dimitri already has one kind of thing?
Yeah. Or like whoever gets fifth would get one because maybe like Nate or Cole hypothetically wouldn't want to do pro. I
Right.
haven't heard that from either of them, but
I think they both
things
want to do
happen.
pro just from
They both want to do
talk. Yeah.
pro.
So,
Yeah.
but regardless, I think it is an actual question of like, what's more important to these guys? Is it a top three finish for a pro license or is it a championship? You know.
Yeah.
I would say both are pretty important at this point. But with with Cody and Corey and Jerry, I think that's what they kind of have their sights set on. Although there is a semi-close Rookie of the Year race going on too between Colette and Jerry, so that's
Yeah.
another little fun battle to keep
Which is
track
cool
of.
to see. Cool
Mm-hmm.
to see for sure.
Um, I mean, it would be kind of crazy if Colette would be the first girl to get a pro license in her rookie season. That'd
Yeah,
be
I think
wild.
at this point she might be the first to get it like next year or something because she's been holding
Probably.
it down. Like she's been holding her own for sure.
Yeah.
So she's been
No.
driving fantastically.
Yeah. Hey, we got Andy in there. What's up, buddy?
But old Andy,
Andy. Yeah, you
1 year only.
we're
Look
here
at
to get in
that, keeping
trouble.
us in
What's up?
check. Keeping us in check. There we go.
I mean,
1 year only for that prospect to pro. You get that gap year, I guess.
okay,
You
gotcha.
wanna, yeah. I mean,
Well,
I think D-Mads, Derek Madison took like he got second, and then he took a year, and then he got
mm-hmm.
11th, and then he had that, and then the next year he went
He
up into
jumped.
pro. Yeah,
Yeah. And the thing is, too, I want to just point this out to where the top two cars are people that actually took power away from their vehicle this year, which
yeah.
is such an interesting, dilemma that,
I mean, is it confirmed they took power away? I don't
yes,
want to play
both
like
of them
devil's
both of
advocate,
them went
but
NA nitrous instead of blowers this year.
I mean, you don't have to. What I'm saying is like you can make the same power
I
with
don't
NA.
think you would make the same
You
power
know, it's
taking the
definitely a
blower off.
different power band. It's a lot more consistent fluid power band than having a big old blower and less weight.
And less
Probably
torque.
help too. Hey, you got a 255. You don't need 1,000 horsepower.
I
You
know,
know?
yeah, but the point is that I think it kind of highlights something that I think FD initially wanted this series to be. They didn't want it to be FD Pro cars on a small tire. They wanted it to
Hey,
be a manageable amount of power and a manageable amount of like expenses to drive a series on smaller
yeah.
tires,
I
which
will
was the
say
goal.
An NA nitrous like program is more expensive
Is
than a
yes,
blower V8
this is
program by like a long shot.
it
Like,
is more expensive, but I think what it does is it kind of highlights that you don't need 1,000 horsepower because I know both those guys are not making 1,000.
mm.
I can
Yeah, I
guarantee you
mean,
that.
pro spec ideally you want to be, in
Seven,
my
eight.
opinion, like 650 to 800.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could easily get away with that. I mean, shoot, a couple of years ago, had Travis Reeder and Dylan Hughes fighting for a championship in 500 horsepower LS3 cars. Yeah, I think they threw nitrous in for Irwindale because that's when they went to Irwindale in Pro 2. But,
Right.
you know, we're running a ton of power. Gearing and, a well set up car can make a big difference with how you get around the track. That's all I got to say. But,
Yeah.
no, for sure. I mean, like you look at Jerry. I mean, Jerry's got
Another. Yeah.
a V8 FRS. I think I want, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's bored out. It's a Dodge like R5 P7 or whatever it's called, like the
Yep.
NASCAR V8. It's
Mm-hmm.
bored out. Still got a card. Like the link. What can the link read? Like RPMs, a couple
I
other
think I
things.
forget what
That's
it's
about
in.
it.
Yeah, I forget what it's running on the car. It is running something, but um, in terms of like him too, like you're right. Like it's another NA nitrous build that the reason that these guys are doing it though is I think it's for reliability at the end of
Yeah,
the day,
of course. They were throwing belts every 5 minutes. You
Exactly,
gotta
and
fix that.
I think it says a lot that people at the top are making that decision to be reliable versus, trying to make the most power.
Yeah,
But
I agree 100%.
I don't know. It should be good. Andy Luck says rookies no longer have 1 year grace period within competition to renew their license. However, are considered to be a priority above non-rookie drivers who petition for renewal.
Good to know.
Interesting.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know getting pro license is not there's a couple different ways to get it. I mean, it's not just through pro spec. International drivers can apply, and I think they do have a pretty high. They're pretty high on the priority list for FD when they
Yeah,
do
it all
apply.
depends on the series as well, I want to
Correct.
say.
Um,
Yeah.
and, and then I think even like international drivers can also apply. A driver that comes to mind, Jonathan Nairn applied to get into FD, but he had
Yeah.
won. He didn't win any FD Pro Am series, but he won the
Bunch of
Canadian series.
shootouts. And,
He won.
okay.
Yeah, he won the Canadian DMCC, I think it is.
DMCC.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
he
think
won that a couple years. Yeah,
that combo in 2020 of Tyler Nelson and Jonathan Nairn when they
yeah,
ran the Shelby America program,
yeah.
neither of them did pro. I don't think Nairn ran pro spec the year before or pro
No, none of
two.
them did.
I
Yeah, they
know
went straight to
Nelson
pro.
didn't. Yeah, they just went straight to pro.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah,
but
I
yeah.
think
So, but
that's special.
it's not
And
very
Hot Pit, can't forget Hot Pit, Hot Pit Auto Fest. You
right.
win it, you get that license. Yeah, straight
Yeah,
to
but you got to
pro.
breed a bunch of pro guys, and that's all. And
Yep, there we go.
every podium I see, I'm seeing a Pro One driver on
It's
top
just
of it.
Rome.
So
It's just Rome beating everyone.
I know. So it's like that's a series that'll be pretty tough to get a pro license in. But there are other ways, but it's few and far between, and that's probably how it should be, honestly. Um,
Yeah.
I do like so I don't like the number of drivers we have, but it's kind of nice because it is trimmed down to be very what's the word, like,
Best of the best.
yeah, like the drivers, like we're
Upper
getting good
echelon.
battles. Pretty much every battle is a good battle. Everyone's pretty competitive. We're not seeing a ton of like solo laps in practice anymore,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So it's a very I guess toned,
Refined.
refined field. That's a good word,
Yeah.
compared to years past. But let's actually get into pro spec and the bracket that we have here. And
Without doubt.
so this would be your seating bracket. So I'm gonna go.
Indeed.
It's kind of hard to read, so we'll zoom in a little bit here. Um,
Oof.
but yeah, tough one for your boy right away.
For my
Right off the
boy, for
right off
being
the rip.
responding for it. Yeah, it's a must win for Mr.
Do you,
Bystrack
do,
down there.
yeah, because he's also last in place in
Yes.
terms of
You
the seating.
that is a must win place, 100%.
Yeah. Do you know what the cutoff is? Do you happen to know? I'd have to
Um,
look.
I want to say I think there's 36. So as long as you're not in the bottom four, then you're fine. So if
Gotcha.
Matt loses, he's out because he's
Right.
16th. You know,
Gotcha.
which isn't
Yeah.
gonna happen because we're gonna pull through and it's gonna be great. It's
There
gonna
you
be
go.
fantastic. Yeah,
Although to be fair, Jack Davis is no slouch. I will say this.
I agree.
He's usually one of the more consistent prospect guys out there. So
I agree.
at least you'll have someone good to chase, which is always good to have.
Precisely.
Yeah. And then the other, I guess we can start off doing our good old. Where are it?
Polls.
Poll. Good old polls. I got to start these things again, and then we'll have chat decide who wins seating again. I like doing this. Gets the chat involved, and we get to see.
Yeah.
We have seen some very interesting results from the chat. I will say this, like we've had
I
some.
want to say like Seattle and St. Louis were predicted pretty well.
Yeah, like
We'll
you
say
got
that.
they definitely figured out who's winning the pro one in Seattle. That's for sure.
Yeah, we nailed that pretty good. Give ourselves a pat on the back for that one.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and
Andy, what did Andy say? It would be nice to have 32 for pro and pro spec. I could get behind that. I think that's good. I think if there's 32 or 40, it has to be either of those just mathematically. It
mm-hmm.
makes seating a lot more entertaining.
Right.
It's
And
like Seattle seating was great with 32, you know? It made more sense. Everyone gets in the next day, but you get good battles in seeding. You get some wild cards like Odie and Sorensen in there. So I think that was my most enjoyed seeding, but
right. And
what it is.
I mean, Andy's gonna disagree with me on this. I'm still a wild card believer. I think wild cards have have a really fun place. To kind of, like you look at what Toru did coming in last round. Like that was so cool to just see someone come in and actually, you know, do some
Yeah,
damage.
I think it'd be
Uh,
cool.
and if you had a set number each round of drivers you needed, like I don't think you'd have an issue finding competitive drivers that don't drive the full series, you know,
Yeah,
that are qualified. Like I can think of 10 drivers off the top of my head that are qualified to drive in pro. They just don't obviously have the financial resources to drive all year. But it's like I think if you went the 40 driver route, I think it makes sense, and then you do like we were talking about earlier, like 2 or 3 wild cards each round, and then you just have to do your homework before, like well before in advance for each round on who would be coming to what. But I just think it spices things up a little bit, especially when you get to a seating bracket or something like that, uh, where you get some like legit like the name of the game wild cards, where you get some really interesting performances come out of people. Like
yeah,
I'll be honest, my um, I guess hopes for Masayama were not very high, just based
mm,
off of previous years. Like he was okay, but like the level of FD has gotten that much better since he was last year, and to see how he himself has improved his driving was like really cool to see.
yeah. I
And
agree. Like it was cool. He just hopped in. Like he never left and has been, doing the
yeah,
thing. I mean, he's doing great in Japan. So I think he got second or first overall a couple of years ago. I
yeah,
honestly can't remember, but
yeah.
he's
He's
he's a
driving,
ripper.
isn't it? Is
It
he's
was
driving
cool to
the
see.
Yaris right over there?
He did, and now he drives a GR86 with a JZ.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
You got TSH in here. Didn't do so bad in Seattle either.
great Cayenne.
Yeah, Andy, that's what we're saying. See, that's what I like, and the idea of having that would be really fun. Like, I mean, I know Andy loves this guy, but I mean, like, what if JTP came back for a round? Just to like get
Just Utah. That's it.
just to get mad, just to get mad at someone, and like, I think that'd be fun. Bring back
Yeah.
Blues for a round so he can come show everyone how fast he is.
Or like I don't think this is possible yet. Maybe this will get there, but have like the Nissan, Toyota, and Ford have like a charter car where it's like maybe
Well,
like
yeah,
three like high level
because this is
individuals
how
who
you
just
would do
hop into
it.
that
Like you were
car.
saying,
Yeah.
like with Vaughn, you just okay, you drive these 2 rounds, and then you fill that Ford spot with
Yeah.
drivers the rest of the other rounds.
Yeah. Or even like big privateers, like Drift HQ seems to be doing pretty well these days. Like they could stick a car out there, just have a Drift HQ charter car. You can let her rip,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
but
how well did that work out for Njuku, right?
that's they can figure it out. Jiku can do one too. There we go. Now we're
I mean,
coming
I
up with
guess they still
ideas.
have cars out there. They
They
have
got two
the
now.
Jerry Yang ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Jerry
just
can
didn't
have
build
another
those
car.
ones.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah. All right. Going
All
back
right.
to the actual topic at hand. That's
Yep.
a fun
Yep.
side note we were getting into. Media credentials revoked. Great. Oh
Get
man,
fucked.
that's funny.
All right.
Bice track.
Screenshot that from Andy. I hate JTP. Screenshotted. Put it starting on my Instagram story. It's already there. Already tagged him. There we go.
Oh man. But did you see your boy won that? By the way.
I did see that. Like a good bit.
Yeah. Bice track winning over Davis.
I
Not bad.
appreciate everyone out there. Yep.
Appreciate it. Honestly, I think that's just a request to have him come and join another show.
I think so. He's a busy man. A busy man.
Andy's calling you out, buddy.
You're clearly below everyone. That's crazy. Then we got
Um,
the two Corvettes, two Corvette guys, Cotty
yeah.
versus Ferris. That's gonna be a battle for sure.
Talking
Two
about
vets.
someone that has had the reliability issues with the blower in Cody, um,
Yeah.
or Cody, if I pronounce his name right. Like, that's just a perfect example because I've seen him do a couple laps where the car works and he looks great. But the problem
Yeah.
is the car, by the time competition rolls around, something always happens to it.
Yeah, he's
You
gone
know?
through 16 belts and like something's wrong or something's falling off. So
Yeah, somebody needs
get
to
that.
measure again.
Yeah. And then we got Ferris. Been
Yep.
looking better. I feel like each round he gets a bit better. He's making strides. That car looks a lot easier to drive.
Yeah.
Boy,
Now.
the boy Travis Reeder's doing good work over there to make that thing less difficult
Yeah,
to
and
drive.
talking with Travis on it, I mean, their goal is lead laps. Like he's not even really trying to teach the chase stuff too much. For him, it's like let's try and get you to do that 100-point lead because I mean that, and honestly, that should be your primary goal.
Yep.
In any battle is doing the 100-point leads, and like I think that's a really good approach in making the car easy to drive for him. Like he's probably not going to be the fastest guy out there, but
Yeah. I mean
I
that's
mean,
fine. If anything, he'll still be
mm-hmm.
decently up there because my theory, if you drive the right line and you're not slamming the left foot brake the whole time, like you'll be decently paced. You won't be, the quickest, but if you could drive the car easy, like if the car's easy to drive and you can get around the track well, I think the speed will naturally come. The confidence will come.
Right.
Use that use that go pedal to,
All
get
right,
that
I want
confidence.
to I want to hit up another Andy comment here. He said the kids are 10 times better than the old farts. Tanner couldn't even hold up when he came back.
True.
Yeah,
Very true. Yeah.
so I mean that's what happens
To be
to
fair,
sim
he was
people.
in a Passat. Think if he was in something a little more proven, it would have been okay. But
Yeah.
no, it was great car. Love that car. One of my favorites. Headers make it sound beautiful, but if he was in something a little more proven, I think he would have done a little better.
Yeah, I mean that's a tough one. Like I can't imagine the Passat suspension to be amazing here. Um, all right, Cody gets the win at 63%. Moving on to the next battle. We got who's this? Ooh,
E. Sorensen,
you got
the other
Sorensen.
one.
So you got the kid versus the old guy.
Yeah,
Sorry, Dustin.
Dustin's
compared
getting the unk
compa-
status.
compared
He's
to you,
getting up there.
Dustin, he is he you are an old person.
I want to say there was a drift buffet thing that he won. He did win. Yeah. There's a drift buffet event with a bunch of prospect drivers a couple weeks ago. Colette, Josh Stewart, both the Sorensens were there, and
Yeah.
Cameron won it. So that's
Wow.
he got the momentum, a little bit of confidence under his belt. Took out some people. Both the
Honestly,
Hansons were
he's
there. Jerry
someone that
was there.
I wouldn't be surprised that we're seeing in the top 3 next year.
Yeah.
I
No,
wouldn't be
yeah. I
surprised
think
because he's
this year is definitely his learning year. You could tell he's made some very stupid mistakes, but what happens, you
yeah.
learn. Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know how much experience before the year he had at his power level and grip level driving that car. I don't think he's had a ton of practice, and he's just gonna get more of that. Um, I mean, I was talking to, I think it was Mata in Seattle, and even like making the jump for him to pro this year has been such a big learning curve.
We okay over there?
Sounds like the cat knocked something over. I don't
All
know
right.
if I
All
should
right.
check that out. It sounds like
I would maybe go check it out. Sounds
someone
like your
else is
whole
checking it out. Holy cow!
okay. It sounds like your whole cabinet fell over. That was
something
great.
something glass broke and something fell down the stairs. So that's
Yeah,
great.
sounds like it. Well, yeah, I mean the kid's freaking 13,
I know.
I was 4'8" and chubby when I was 13, not really doing much. So it's like he's got a lot going for him.
Exactly.
So wait till he's 16, dude. It's like crazy. He's gonna be a monster.
Yeah.
He's going to be an absolute monster. So, yeah. Who's he against? Dustin? Sorry, Dustin. We're going Cameron with that one.
Yeah. And then it looks like from the poll, Cameron gets the win over Dustin. I don't know. Maybe Andy's got something in his point where the old guys are just not as good as the kids now.
You gotta get that sim hooked up, Dustin. Stop letting all them parts sit on the side, and maybe you'll get a little better. That was rude. Maybe you'll never mind. You know what? We'll stand on business with that one. We'll keep it right here. It's fine. All right, let's move on to the next one. Hop versus Cole. Casey
Yeah.
Cole. Kind of sucks. Casey hasn't had a great season this year. Blew an engine in Englishtown, had a bit of an accident in Atlanta, went head on to the wall. St. Louis wasn't any better for him. He just had a season to forget, to be honest.
Right. And
Um,
I'm kind of surprised to see Hop still in here, but I guess that makes sense because he lost in 32, didn't he?
yeah, I
He's
think
been
he
getting.
just needs less front grip, and he will be a monster. He
Yeah.
will be a monster with a little less front in that car. Good.
Yeah. They're doing a lot to make that S13 pretty competitive, though, in terms of speed. Um, that's kind of like, I don't
In
know.
terms of speed,
Yeah.
but
I don't know about
not in terms
drivability.
of getting far in competition because he's still in the seeding bracket.
That's true.
But
That's true.
what do I know? So
Right. No,
yeah,
I think Hop has had a solid rookie year though for in terms of representing like him and his driving. I think he's
yeah,
had moments where he's looked really good, and really promising. So
yeah,
I am really hopeful for next year for him, so that he does kind of figure out what he likes with this tire size and everything and his package because he's got a really cool car.
yeah.
And I've seen him drive not at FD that those
He's a
cars
ripper.
and he
You know.
rips. So I think it's
Yeah,
a lot of it's mental and just getting used to the I guess the difficulties mentally in competition and just getting more used to it. And I feel like the more that you do it, the more you're going to get used to competition and being good at that kind of stuff.
yeah.
Um,
No, 100%.
well, I got a picture from upstairs. I'm excited to look at
Take a
this.
look. What happened?
Oh my gosh. Let's see. What
What?
is that? I don't even know what he broke. He broke a pot that was so the cat broke a pot that was sitting and it landed all over my tools that are sitting in the kitchen right now because we're renovating. So that'll be fun to pick up.
Nice, nice. Good job. Good job, cat.
Well,
Man.
it's never a dull moment here. I'll be honest. We always got something going on.
Yep.
But let's see. What's the chat saying here? Chat is at 64% hop. Uh, yeah. I mean,
34 and Cole. Yeah. There's 36. My bad. Math. Fucking.
all
Yeah.
right.
No, I agree with that. I'd go hop in that just statistically.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's the real question is when is the bad luck gonna stop hitting Casey? You know,
yeah, maybe it's this
another
round.
another
Maybe he goes all the way. Maybe he gets
another one of
a
those drivers where
bunch of
you'll see
points.
moments of brilliance and then competition hits and something always happens.
Yep.
All right, next up we got Adam Heichman and Alan
Eichmann.
Boss. Adam, another guy I'm kind
Okay.
of surprised to see in seating just because of some of the battles I've seen him drive in like practice. He's looked really good.
I
It's
think he's
just
a great driver, but he
mm-hmm.
loves to overdrive. You know, loves to go a little over that 100%, and it just bites him in the butt. So unfortunate to see for sure. We got Alan Boss. To be honest, Alan's been looking a decent bit better, like as the rounds have progressed. We've seen videos and such of him and things, but he's been better. I don't think St. Louis was terrible. He could be a little faster, a little more committed on the go pedal, but
Yeah,
I think progressing. So it's good.
I mean, they're
Always
both
good to see.
drivers that I think we've seen a lot of progression from their rookie year, kind of,
Yeah.
and especially Adam. I think his them figuring out that Mustang's been a big challenge. Uh,
Yeah.
but they're making it work. Seems like this year.
Yeah.
Seems to be like a pretty competitive car. And then, like you said, just it more repetition, all that kind of stuff. I think is going to be uh, really good for him. But I'm curious to see
Yeah.
what the chat says on this one. Got a
Where's
couple
it at
more,
right now?
quite a few more comments in the chat. I'm going to see if I can catch up to some of you guys. Speaking of cats, gotta feed the stray cat. Kath the
Nice.
Bean
That's what's up.
showing up the past few days. BRB. Yeah. I don't know if you want to do that. If you feed stray cats, tend to come back. So unless you want it to come back, I
They
don't know if
want a
that's a
little
good idea.
cat, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Where
Andy
are we
Luck's
at
got
then?
a Honda Odyssey this
We
weekend.
go.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Ultimate
Dude.
dad vehicle.
The
The real
Pacifica.
the
He's in the
real
Odyssey. Is that what
well
we're hearing?
yeah, well, I'm curious to what I want to know is how many cup holders are in it.
Mhm.
That's the real question.
I want cup holders, square footage of cargo space, and then how fast you could take it on the back portion of the course.
Yeah,
I think it's a little more aerodynamic, a little less drag in that box of a vehicle in the Pacifica. So yeah,
100%.
I want to see some
Uh,
faster
J-
lap times for sure.
JC Motorworks. I think Cameron has very high hopes. If his car stops braking on him, I think if he or sorry, I'm trying to read this, but it's like missing punctuation. I think if he had a solid car, could be in that top three without a problem. And honestly, I don't think you're wrong. Especially braking in New Jersey, kind of, put him back this season. I feel like, but I think he needs a year just to get some more experience. But I think I would not be surprised to see him fighting for a top three spot next year. I feel like that wouldn't be anywhere out of the question.
Yeah.
All right.
Bring back the FD Honda Fit. I think that's Forrest Wang's car. That was his pick car.
All right.
FD Fit, remember that car that would put around?
I do.
I think that was Forrest's car.
It's pretty cool. All right. So Adam gets the win on that poll. Next up, we got DJ Stubstat and Justin Ruth, a couple of 350Zs. Both LS swapped
Yeah, one
350Zs.
sounds like a tractor, the one sounds less like a tractor. And we got Douglas and Justin. Yeah. I mean, Justin's not been looking horrible. It's the yellow guy.
Yep.
Uh Douglas has been I'm calling him Douglas. I didn't mean to do that, but we'll run with that. Douglas has been looking a lot better throughout the year for sure. He's won a few battles as well, I want to say, maybe. I'm looking at the standings. Yeah, he's won some seeding stuff, so that's good. It's definitely he's definitely improved since last year. So that's always good to see.
Yeah.
And then Justin, unfortunately, hasn't been the rookie year that you want it to be. It's just hasn't won a battle. But I think he's been like in practice, the runs I've seen, he's been putting down a decent line. It's just the little nuances to push back a little more in outer zones, that sort of thing. And I think he could be cooking along with something good there for
Yeah,
sure.
I agree. And like that's kind of the whole thing with your rookie season is trying to figure those nuances out. I mean, you look at, for example, DJ's rookie season where, the car was having issues and he just didn't seem that competitive compared to this year where he's a lot more competitive. I think you'll see that a lot with rookies unless they're like extra prepared and have experience or like a full-time sim kid uh like Sorensen, like it's pretty tough to come in and really be fighting, anywhere near the top as a rookie,
Yeah, 100%.
you know. So I mean, it's just understandable. Let's see. How we doing? Looks like DJ's got the early lead in the chat here. Also, the other kind of thing to remember when we're going through these is, where are they going to stack up against the people, in the fight for the championship. Like if you're
Yeah,
picking, people to upset, championship drivers, like Adam, I feel like is a guy, for example, that could pull something. Like they were talking about earlier, Cameron Sorensen. What if he could pull it up against like Nate Chen? Like that would be a crazy top 32. Or like
mm,
even like a Brian Hopp or something, like where these guys, they're kind of wild cards when it comes to their driving, and all it takes is like a really good run, uh, and you've now knocked out one of the championship contenders.
agreed. Yeah, 100%.
All right, we're gonna end the poll there. DJ gets the win on that one. Next up, we got Chris Leonard and Carson Ruger. I think this is Leonard's first seating, if I'm correct.
I couldn't tell you, to be honest here.
I couldn't
Let
remember,
me
but
see. Let's take a look. See here. Probably.
I don't remember him. Yeah, I
Yes.
don't remember seeing
Yeah.
him in seating before.
Yeah.
So, again, Ruger's another guy that I feel like I put him in like the Justin Ruth camp, where they're trying to figure out things with the car, trying to figure out driving with the grip levels, and figuring out all of that. And just, it's a learning year for him.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that we kind of see like the next steps kind of being taken, especially at a track
Yeah.
like Utah. Um, like that's definitely kind of the goal that I would like to see out of Carson, for example. Chris has been here before. I think he's actually done pretty well here before, in previous
I think
years.
last year he did pretty decent
Yeah,
at this event.
I can't remember if it was a top 4 or top 8, but
I don't think that much.
I think it was like a
Uh,
top 8 or something.
no
Go
way.
look,
Hold on. I
go
gotta look
look,
at this.
go look.
42-16. Get out of here.
Oh, did he get a 16? Oh, okay. I thought he did. I'm just trying to remember. Okay, it was last year. It's busy. There's a lot of drivers. Okay.
It's a long time ago. I don't remember. Yeah.
Hey,
Anyway,
I struggle with brain power sometimes. Okay.
it's all right.
It's been a long day.
Happens to the best of us. Anywho,
But in terms of, let's see, bring back Bubba Drift. Blueberry says.
who's who's that?
I don't.
Dumb.
I know I've heard of it. I'm just trying to think of who that is.
Oh,
I know I've
says the
heard of
El
it.
Camino guy. El Camino guy, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's right. Yeah. Carson's car looks great. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of E90s. I think that's what it is, right? It's an E92.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah. No, they're
E92.
a little round for me, personally. And I can start all the hate I want in the chat. I like older stuff. Well, actually, I'm not. E30s are not very attractive, but E36 is kind of like prime for me. It's got the good looks, but it's boxy.
Yeah.
They start making them rounder around the E46 era. I'm like, okay, they still look okay. They're still good, but then it gets to the E90s, and I'm like, no,
E90s
thanks.
are pretty dog, but like F22s are pretty sick.
Yeah,
2
yeah,
series.
yeah. Well,
Pretty cool.
that's a different price bracket, okay?
Well, you could get it rebuilt and it'd be pretty close to like a clean E92.
Right,
I don't know about a B58 one, but probably like a 228i be pretty
right.
well set.
Those, yeah. Um, they did get a little better with those.
Yeah,
All
I'd
right,
imagine.
how we looking in the voting? We got Chris winning that one, so we'll go ahead and move on to Jace and Sam, two guys that I've actually I feel like they've had a couple years each in Prospect now.
Indeed, they have. Indeed. I think this is both of their second years. Don't quote me on that. Let me look.
I think it's at least
Looking,
the third year
looking.
for Sam. for darn sure.
Sam McMummy. I mean, yeah, third year for Sam. Uh,
And third year for
yeah, I
Chase.
mean, huh?
I think it's the third. Maybe. It all runs together. I'm doing this all off memory.
Yeah,
But
last year was his first year. Yeah.
okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
two guys that I feel like honestly probably would want some better seasons
Yeah,
than what
no,
they've
agreed.
had.
100%. I mean, shoot,
Where are these guys in
homeboy
standings? I'm trying to remember.
Sam is, I think, either dead last or pretty close to it. Let me
Rough.
look.
Yeah.
He is, yeah, pretty dead last, 34th.
When did he
Who's
get
the
put
other
back in
guy?
the seeding? Was it the second round or first round?
He's been, I want to say second round, and he's just been stuck there. Then
Yeah.
Jace, I think has done 6 points for Jace, so 30th. So yeah, definitely not the season that either of them wanted. Unfortunate to see. Um, you know,
Yeah.
the way the cookie crumbles, as they say.
Exactly. And another thing to point out, I think, just a reminder, you said top, where do the bottom four are going to be knocked out. So you're looking at Alan Boss, Chris
Yeah.
Leonard, Dustin Miles, and Matthew Bystrack on like the
I mean,
chopping block.
that's if all of them lose,
Lose if all of them
right?
lose, right?
But if it's not, say like
Those are like
Bystrack
must, but
wins
those
and
are must-win situations for those guys.
yes, must win. I mean, pretty much anyone in the bottom half is much win. Oh my
Must
God,
win.
must win. Yeah. Because if hypothetically, if 16, 15, 14, and 13 win their battles, then 9, 10, 11, 12 will be on the chopping block, you know?
Right.
So anyone in that bottom half, you just gotta be ready for it, you know? Just make sure you got your ducks in line
Yeah.
and you go drive and you drive well, you know?
Yeah.
So
Well, so far, I think all of the bottom. Nope. Bystrack won, according to the chat. But Boss lost, and I'm just. Leonard won, I believe, right? I'm trying to
yeah.
remember. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Leonard won. So that would mean we're looking at 12. Who's 12? Casey Cole lost.
I mean,
Would
we're
be
just
getting
saying what
knocked
ifs
out.
at that point, you
Yeah,
know?
no, I
So,
know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just seeing who would get knocked out for the next day tomorrow, according to chat.
yeah.
And we're at 11, so let's see what the chat says here. So the chat's going Sam. So that would mean number 10,
Really?
which I believe the chat went DJ. So according to the chat, the people missing in main competition are going to be Dustin Miles, Casey Cole, and Justin Ruth, and Chris Leonard.
Mm,
No, no, Leonard won. Who am I missing?
mm.
Oh, Alan Boss. That's right. Alan Boss, Ruth, Casey Cole, and Miles.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting. Feel bad,
Yeah.
but that's.
Feels bad.
I wanted to quick do that math, just based off of what the chat's been saying.
Yeah. I
So.
forgot Sam drove a 1 series his first year. Forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Drove a 1 Series. Also drives a very interesting engine that they're making it work, but it's definitely unique. It's not something you can just buy, parts for off the
Yeah.
shelf. All right. So, let's quickly go through the rest of this bracket and then we'll start to get into, the rest of the event as well. So first battle we have, what is it, Bystrack versus Cotty. So let's
Body. Yeah.
see let's see who wins this one real quick. I'm probably gonna run these a bit faster, so get your votes in quickly if you guys do want to vote. It's up to you guys. Just a fun way to get involved. While
Yes,
we talk about
sir.
the event and stuff like that. But the one of the things that I was kind of curious about was the actual layout for the event.
Uh-huh.
So we've been kind of hearing rumors here and there about what people think it's going to be, and from what we've been kind of hearing, it kind of sounds like 2023's layout, just a shorter run up.
Hmm.
If I'm kind of trying to understand this correctly, so they're not going over the first rumble strip. They're using that as an outer zone again, but then there's still going to be an inner
Yes.
clip to hit.
Yes, and I can assume that that inner clip is going to be the Reese Marin special, where you're not going to be exactly on the racing line. You're probably going to be a few feet off of it, you know?
Right. And
Yeah.
so it sounds like they're trying to mold the everyone's complaints to like be the least complained about version of the track.
I think
I
this
know a
if
lot of
if that
drivers like the fast
happens,
run up.
I think yeah, I think if that happens, like what the rumor is on the block, I think it'll be one of the better Utah rounds, you know? I think
Yeah.
I call me what you want. I think a short run up's good. I don't think going 120 into the first corner is good for anyone. I don't think it promotes good driving or good battles or nothing like that. It's fun. It's kick ass. It's sick. But if we're just trying to have good battles and such, I think having a shorter run up's good. Um, thank God we're not going off track over rumble strips and not having reference points to where outer zone one is because that sucks. You
Yeah.
know, all
And
that good stuff.
yeah, and like you said, the whole idea is to try and promote good battles and I like the fast entry stuff's really cool, but it it adds so many variables when you enter that the
Yeah,
likelihood that you're going to have a good battle plummets quite a bit. And that
yeah,
was one of the challenges when they did do the fast entry is there was a lot of collisions on entry or like the battle was over on entry.
yeah,
And that's kind of the battle that you have to juggle when you're trying to put on a show is that you want it to look cool, you want them to do cool stuff, but you also want them to be close and you don't want the battles to just be over after the first corner.
yeah. No one wants that like as much as you want the cool fast stuff. If the track promotes bad battles, you don't want that, you know? At the end of the day, you want to just
Right.
have good battles and close tandems and fun. Sure.
Yeah.
You know?
And this track in terms of a chase track I think is one of the harder tracks just in general.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
100%.
because of how the track is laid out and how much you're in the smoke line a good portion of the track and so in or so like making that job that much harder is probably wouldn't be the best for the show but
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
alrighty, so we're gonna end that first poll, move on to the next one. Bias track gets the win on that one. So next is Cameron
Woo!
Sorensen versus Hop. So we'll
Yeah,
do
man,
this.
that's an easy one for me. I'd probably have to go with the child, you
Child,
know?
you're going.
Child, hop, get a simulator, you know? The mulch is great, but you gotta get on the sim sometimes, you know? It's good for the soul. It's good for you.
Good for the soul. I feel like
Just
people that
don't
are
be
I feel like people that are used to driving in real life and then go to a sim, just the sim just creates anger to them.
yeah, but like I feel like everyone that like says that is just
Mm-hmm.
so just irritable, you know? Like everyone's just every person that said that is just stubborn. It's like, "Oh, but I've been driving for 10 years and it doesn't feel exactly like my car." It's like, "Yeah, of course it's not." If you built the exact version of your car and you had two of them next to each other, they're not going to feel the same cuz things
Mm-hmm.
are different on them, you know?
Right.
But if you get something where you could practice your timing, how things are, closeness, maybe, have like role playing competition like perspectives. I know that sounds lame as shit, but like
Right.
doing a couple fun comps, like having some nerves and stuff, calm you down a little bit, when the real thing comes, I think it's good. It's good for people and the people that are just like, no, Sims are stupid because I can't just plug everything and have them work. It's like, dude, just give it time and be patient. Gotta relearn things.
Well, and the thing is, it's like
Anyway,
if you're uh, in the drift world, like you are going to have friends that also drive.
yeah,
Like,
and they probably like they may be just as shit as you, and then you guys work together to get better, or you may have a couple people who are like stupid good and can help you out. So
yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is like I have a lot of friends that obviously are in it, so like I was able to ask them, okay, what about this? Even because I'm probably the most unintelligent person when it comes to Windows,
hmm
and it's not always perfect, but I still am
yeah,
able to get the game running and
yeah,
have
you
I
get
have
it
a lot of
working.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and you look at the positives. You may not drive as good as you drive your E36 in real life, but you get
No,
better and you
I'm
learn
not. I'm
things and
not
you
that good
try
yet. I'm
things.
actually
You
okay
know.
on the sim versus
Oh, okay. There we
versus
go. There we go.
the
There we go.
E36. But
Anyway,
in
but
time, in
yeah,
time. Oh yeah,
either
I did
way,
drive the E36 this weekend, and
hell yeah.
the
I saw
diff.
you broke your diff
Yeah, the diff decided it wanted
bracing.
to.
Was it your bracing or your
Yeah, it was
whole
the
fucking diff
brace.
fell up? Okay,
The
yeah.
brace, and apparently I didn't know this, but apparently it's like a thing. Like those diffs just break there on
Oh, you
E36s.
didn't have
They make
like
braces for them, and like there's actually Dorman makes a replacement that's stronger than I ended up
there
picking
you
up.
go.
That just fits on the OEM location, but it was like, yeah, I didn't know that, but yeah, made some changes to the car. It now makes more torque, and that's what happens.
Nice. Yep. That'll do
But
it.
car was night and day in terms of drivability and like I only got like 5 or 6 laps, but my driving was already substantially better. I made a couple changes to the car. Went with a tire with bigger sidewall, which actually made it a lot easier to drive. Not necessarily faster, but it reacted way more predictably than a car with smaller sidewall. At least in the
Yeah.
few amount of driving that I've done, and in this scenario, it was a lot more predictable, and that also probably helped with the ECU change as well, making it just wakes things up a lot faster. Um, and so I don't know. It's hard to pinpoint which is which in terms of what made the car way easier to drive, but it was a pretty much night and day difference. And yeah, I was driving great until the car said we're done for today. I'm like, okay, sick. I did drive 2 corners with the diff like that though, or two corners, and I heard a loud noise on entry. Drifted the first corner and kind of didn't really hear too much. Transitioned and then I heard a lot of banging, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's
I
not
knew it wasn't an
optimal.
axle though because I was still drifting. So I'm like,
Yeah.
something's really
Huh.
wrong here. Yep, nope.
Something's slightly incorrect.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
diff is trying to leave the chat, and
Leave the chat.
yeah. All right, Cam won that one,
Anywho,
60% to
makes
40%.
sense.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
old guys, old guys are not
Get a
doing great.
sim. That's all I'm saying, old people. Get a fucking sim. All right, who's next? Heischman versus DJ.
Yeah,
I'm pulling for Heischman here, dude. Mustang's getting figured out. He's a good driver. I'm honestly surprised he didn't do as good last year, his rookie year, because the year before in Pro Am, like he did East 10, I want to say he podiumed every round and won three of the four.
yeah,
So he didn't do too shabby, at the end of the day.
yeah.
But
I mean, I feel like just for him, and I know I talked to him at the beginning of the year. It's just figuring out that chassis and getting it
yeah,
competitive for each level. Like if he made the jump, let's say theoretically he was in like the top three and like making the jump to pro, like I feel like there's just another level you even now have to make that car get to
yeah,
and
get rid
do
of it, take the engine and put in an E36. That's what I would do if he was going to pro. But
right. But you get what I'm saying. Like there's just that much more grip and everything that you have to figure out how to get out of the car and the chassis. Um, and this is why we always do the whole comparison of uh, Drift Masters versus FD, and why you don't see, for example, an S13 in Pro anymore.
There's one.
Is there? Who's got an S13?
Rudy.
Oh yeah, Rudy does have an S13. But just
Yeah.
why they're just not very common, or even like you just don't see very unique chassis like you do in Drift Masters, where you got wagons and the new BMWs and all kinds of like crazy things that work because the tires do a lot of the work on the grip side for them, and
Yep.
chassis setup isn't as important as it is over here.
Yep. I
Um,
agree.
as you saw, I mean, the easiest example to even talk about this is actually Connor Shanahan
That's
and
what I was gonna say.
him trying to figure out how to make the GT86 work over here versus over in Europe, where tire helps a lot over there. Not saying that
Yeah.
GT86s are competitive, because obviously Manoa is competitive in his, and there have been good ones in the past, but it's just a chassis that might be a little bit
Gotta
harder to find
set it
grip
up a
out of.
little certain way. All the toe, all the anti squat, and all the rear raised all the way to the moon. Put it up to
Mm-hmm.
Jupiter, you know. Get that forward out of that John. I think he'd be good.
100%. All right, so Adam wins this poll versus DJ. Next up, and it's the final one. I think it was. I'm trying to remember if it was. It was Sam and Chris Leonard.
Yes.
All right, so let's quick get this one up. Let's see. We got Leonard. There's no R before the. Okay. Just gonna trying to spell people's names right, but no promises. Um, but yeah, that's always been the thing. And actually, there is another thing, and I need to find it now. So we might have to talk for a little bit, but I need to find the Driftmasters document that came out on the final rounds wildcards, because I want to hit that before the end of the show.
I think that'd
Because,
be good. Good little thing to talk about. Got
uh,
some bangers in there.
brother, I was
Who's
so hyped. I was like, oh,
we got some bangers, dude.
I'm just like,
Bangers.
I'm like, you know, it's so hard to save it for for the conversation later, but I'm going to. We'll talk about it
Yeah.
later, because I'm
All right, Leonard and Jace. I'd honestly go Leonard for that one. Just because he did pretty decent last year. Got into the 16, you know. This track is a doozy because it looks fast, but it's deceivingly slow, you know?
explain
It's
that.
this you because okay, there's banking on each of the long outer zones, so that naturally gives you grip.
Yeah,
And then everything's pretty narrow. So my opinion, you want to go more on the side of you want to go more side than forward with
right,
things, you know? If you try to go super fast, more than likely you'll just fly off track. So my thing. My whole theory about
right.
Utah. Uh
What's up, Blake? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, you're right. And like the thing is like I feel like one of the biggest challenges with this track that we've seen with drivers is, Chris wins that one, by the way. Is drivers going off.
yeah.
Just I feel like half the battle is staying on track and hitting those outer zones without going off, because it is so obvious when you go off on this track. I mean, you're shooting up clouds to the moon.
Yeah, no,
So there's no like
100%.
hiding. There's no hiding dirt jumps. And then on the final outer zone, you actually go and you try to attempt murder on the media guys with all the
Yep.
rocks. So
Great. All the rocks. Pelt them. Someone's lens is gonna get cracked. It'd be great.
I
Just kidding. That would
definitely
suck.
I got coated one year in dirt because I was standing on where they transitioned to that final outer zone by Frederico. My camera is still dirty from that, and that was 2 years
Huh.
ago.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a not great day. All right, let's get to this final four action.
Let's get it.
So we got Cameron Sorensen versus Bystrack. See how many
Maddie B.
There's so many Bystrack fans we actually have in here now.
See it. Let's see it.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I it's one of those it's one of those tracks where I wish I have more driving experience to kind of on the size of these tracks. I mean, obviously you've driven this stuff in the sim. Like
Yeah.
visually, what are you kind of looking at going through the course? Because it's I feel like it'd be really easy to look at
It's
the wrong
hard.
thing.
Yeah, it's hard, especially here because it's so flat and there's no walls. Um, yeah, I mean, just track edge, I guess. A lot of it's just like for me in the sim, a lot of it is just like if you have a good understanding of like your car's placement, then that's
Yeah,
great because it's really easy to go wide in outer zone two, and you could just see that, or I guess the outer zone after the inner clip, right?
yeah,
And you can see that in like previous years. It's just easy to dip tires there. And then to be on like that outer edge on three and four or the last two outer zones, it's also relatively difficult to get out there as well. To be at the edge. If you time your getting on throttle incorrectly, like through three, or if you like lift a little and your car washes wide, super easy to drop a tire or two at the end of it. And then last corner is pretty straightforward. It's just very deceiving because it's banked. So you can go in with like you could hesitate going into it and have too little speed and then shoot inside. It's
yeah.
usually what happens. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
a
I
little
mean,
bit of testicular fortitude there, just getting through
right.
it. But
Exactly. I mean,
yeah,
the transition to the last zone is caught. It always catches people out in the
yeah,
battles and stuff. I mean, we've seen actually. I think it was Turk have a pretty nasty crash just because he crashed because he mistimed that transition. And he was too late
yeah,
actually and went into the wall. But
yeah. With
it's
Mike Power, I think, a couple of years
yes.
back.
Mm-hmm. So
Mike Power. Yep.
yeah, you think we'll see him back in Formula Drift?
How are the Instagram videos, dude? Let's check it out.
is
See,
it
how are
is
the
it is
views,
it
dude?
is it
How are the
is it high
views?
or low or 50%?
Huh?
Is it high or low or 50%?
Of him coming back, like
Yeah,
50% yes, 50% no? I don't think so. No.
yeah. I think we're under 50%, but we'll see. I don't know. I I don't
We
think he
got
has that car running. But
Bystrack winning against Cameron Sorensen. Let's go,
yeah, a bunch of
ladies and
Bystrack nerds in
gentlemen.
here. Okay,
You guys are
bunch of
great.
bunch of
Love
Bystrack
all of you.
fanboys.
Hey, hey,
Yeah, it is what it is. All
good
right, we'll
job.
take it. We'll take it. We'll take the chats. Okay, they were right about Pro in Seattle,
Here we
so we'll
go.
see. We'll see.
We're gonna
By
work some,
Bystrack wins. All right, next up we got Chris Leonard versus Adam Heichman. This one I'd actually have. I think it'll be really fun.
that'd be good.
This will
Battle
be
of
a
the
fun one.
Mustangs. That'd be so fantastic.
If you had to build a Mustang, which generation would you pick?
I would throw it into the scrapyard. No.
You gotta pick one.
What Mustang would I pick? God, that's such a terrible question. I like how S197s look. I know they have solid axles, so that would suck. Probably an S550, look
Yeah.
cool. I just something about S1, I think it's S197s, right? I could be stupid. Excuse my Mustang and yeah. S197.
Oh,
I like how those
I
look.
think I messed up that. I think I messed up the.
Oh my God.
I know.
Bystrack versus Leonard.
I'm already. I'm already thinking
What the
about
fuck is
Mustangs.
Leonard beating fucking Bystrap. What are you guys on right now?
Yeah,
Anyway,
let
like
me let me
a
redo that poll. Sorry, guys.
2013 like S197 would be sick. It's just I could be stupid. I don't know much about Mustangs, but I'm pretty sure they're straight axle, so that would kind of suck.
Not the new ones.
I know not the new ones, but S197s were, right? Maybe because
Yes, I think so.
I know the ones Vaughn drove were straight axle, I think. Like the one Cletus McFarland had,
Mm-hmm.
keyword had, that car was straight axle. They look great though. Love how those cars look. But
All right, I have the correct poll now. Pulling up.
all right, here we
It's
go.
Adam Heichman versus Chris
New
Leonard.
Edge,
Sorry about that. I would pick a Fox body.
Fox body. Forgot about the Fox. I would go Fox.
Yeah,
Forgot that
that
existed.
dude.
Yep.
Fucking. Oh, Denofa makes that thing look so good.
Pretty good looking car. There was some dude. It kind of looked fucking stupid, but it was a cool concept. Like I want to say Colorado.
Yeah.
There was a dude with a convertible one. It was red. It had a twin turbo Coyote. It's friggin'
Wow.
sick.
Interesting. I've
Or, I
seen
don't think it
some
was a
cool like
Coyote. I
low
think it was just a.
ones with a big kid on it. There was a green one back in the day, and I don't remember who it was, but I just saw
Oh
pictures of it, and
yeah,
it was
I remember that.
sick.
There's a
But
couple people in Drift Appalachia who or Appalachia, however the fuck you say
yeah,
it.
there's a red one, a maroon
There's a
one.
red one. I
He
forgot his
drives that
name.
one
I'm
pretty good
sorry.
too.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
sorry, guy.
I'm trying to remember. I feel bad because I know the kid too, and I'm trying to remember
Is
who
it
it is. But
like?
he's a good driver.
Yeah. Hold
Um,
on. I think I
but,
know.
but like
Maybe.
Foxes would be a fun one just because of how the chassis and making. It would be interesting to see. You see Jerry Johnson obviously making some old school technology work. Let's see someone make a straight axle work. Like that would be fun.
I
Because like
mean,
it's not
Vaughn
like
did
you.
it for a second.
Yeah, I mean it's not like you can't get grip out of it. I mean I think you might be limited on the flexibility. Um, but I mean you could definitely make a car fast. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's fast. It's just other things that make independent rear suspension good makes that not great. I think you'd make it work. I think a Fox would be cool. Dude, Roush Yates in a Fox or some like Ford sprint car motor would go insane.
It would be sick.
That would be so just stupid, but it'd be so great.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah. So
phenomenal.
I think that's what I would love to go with. Now I'm curious because I feel like the prices on those things have skyrocketed in the last 5 years to get like a clean
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Let's see, and
What's up, Phil?
we're gonna go ahead and
How would a straight axle work on the bank? See, that's what I'm
that's
thinking.
that's the
You know,
question. But
that's the
Denofa
big
makes it work.
question.
Okay, so that is the question, and that's what I was kind of curious on: is how would you make the straight axle still work okay on the bank? That's the part that you would be kind of pigeonholed in.
Yep.
All right, we got a finals: Adam
All
Heichman
right.
versus good old Bystrack. We already know Chris would have beat him. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, man, this would be a fun finals though. All
This would be
Mustang
pretty
finals.
sick. Little Mustang finals for sure.
Got Bystrack in there.
Shit. That'd be pretty sick, dude.
Be fun. You know, I don't know. So the real question is when should we have Bystrack back on? And the other question is
Fucking
how quickly are
whenever
we
he
gonna have to
wants to.
censor it?
I don't think he'll
uh,
get back on. He's too busy these days, what it
oh, I
feels
know.
like.
No, I gotta catch him before the snow hits.
I got my plane ticket this morning, by the
Oh my
way,
gosh.
ladies and gentlemen. He got me my plane ticket this morning. Thank you, Matthew Bystrack. We gotta love it. We gotta love it here. We love it. Love it. That's fine. At least I have a plane ticket.
Exactly, it's better than no plane ticket.
There's no
Or
plane
else he'd be
ticket.
spotting from
Exactly.
my live stream, be like, I
Hey,
think I look.
I would not do that. I'd be like, sorry,
Sorry,
go
bud.
hire some go to the shell and hire a bum to put a headset on or something. I don't know. I don't know. They figure it out.
Oh, that's right. Trenton Beecham had that straight axle Mustang that was actually used to be
Somehow made it
GTD's.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, he struggled in it though. I don't think it was ever the suspension that made it struggle though. I think it was a lot of the
Oh, it was like electronic issues.
yeah, it was an engine package and all kinds of stuff like that. Um, Blueberry's like, yeah, but Tanofa said himself he likes weird stuff. I mean, he does like have the Porsche and everything, so I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, true. Porsche's pretty sick though.
But I mean, he does have like the most basic answer ever in saying that E36 is the best chassis still for drifting competitively.
I mean, in
Unless that answer's
reality, it
changed, but
is, you know.
I don't think it has.
No, no, Toyota Corolla is, which is just the rear end of a freaking E36. Fun fact, pretty much the same. Anyways, we won't get into that. Uh, what was I gonna
Look,
say? Who we got winning? Who we got
looks like
winning? It better
Adam's
be
winning so far.
Matthew
We'll let
Bystrack.
it roll for a little bit more.
All right, all right.
Um,
Oh, all right.
but so the best way I feel like to kind of look at
Oh,
pro for this, since we don't have a bracket, is it's gonna be kind of just looking at some standings and talking more about the season so far for how these guys have gone and who needs
yeah.
wins, who needs points, who's the guy you're looking at to be like, who actually is like, worried here, right?
James Dean. Oh wait, never mind. They're gonna say who's gonna win. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
I already
Well,
got it.
I did kind of say that was the championship decided in Seattle, and it might have been.
It might have. Well, no, they gotta have the good old script be like, we're going to Long Beach. The championship's going to Long Beach. Because remember last year, like even though
Mm-hmm.
Dean was ahead of Odie by like 88 points, Jared had to say it every single time he got the chance to. We're going to Irwindale.
I know all Dean had to do was show up.
Yeah, I have nightmares about that round, dude. Just we're going to Irwindale. We're going to Irwindale. It's not a fun Irwindale for me, but we won't get into that.
No.
Anywho, let's see here. Who's winning? Who's winning this?
50-50. It's 50-50. We need some chat people to get to
50-50.
decide this in the
Hey, if
finals.
you get Bystrack, I'll buy you a cookie. I will get you a cookie.
What kind of cookie?
Chocolate chip, the good stuff.
Standard.
Standard. I
Yeah.
see on the Instagram story, on the Daily Driver Media Instagram story, the cat did in fact take
Oh
a
gosh.
take take
Did
a
it?
take a pot down.
Did that get
Jeez
posted? Huh?
Louise. That's like a pot. That is like, yeah.
Oh, and
Oh
now he's
yeah, that
found a
is.
mouse.
Yeah.
So
Well, at
it
least he's
sounds
doing
like
his
it's been a
job
party
now, so that's
upstairs.
good.
It
Yeah.
sounds like it's been an absolute riot up there, and I am missing out, I guess, which is okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah,
Oh yeah, it looks like at this little Ford thing that James Dean and Ben Hobson are doing, there's some rain. Maybe we'll see some rain in Utah this
I
year. We
which
shall
would be
see.
surprising. I think Herbie
It's
said it
never
in our last
happened.
round. He's like it didn't rain in Seattle the one round it should have. No, it was Mata I was talking to. He's like it didn't rain in the one round it was supposed to, so now we're gonna get rain in Utah. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. Probably right. But yeah, so if you guys want to see what that loud noise was, you can check out I guess my story or the
Yep.
story.
Daily Driver Meteor. Yep. Daily
Yep.
Driver Meteor story, man. Daily Driver Meteor story.
Now you know there's more people than just me that have access to that. But let's
There we
see
go.
what was posted. Oh, there you go.
Your
Yeah, rip. Yep, the cat's in the corner there. And you
yep.
can see me marketing myself because
There we go.
that's what I try to do sometimes. I
All right. Who's winning? Bystrack 1. Close the votes. Let's get it.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
sir.
55%.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
my
Yes,
gosh.
sir. I'm buying whoever did that a cookie.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll buy you a
I heard
crumble
there was.
cookie.
I
You
heard there
could
was
get
a late. I
diabetes.
heard there was a
I
late
don't
vote
care.
dump. Actually,
Hey, hey,
you need a recount on that
fine.
one.
Nope, it's okay. We're getting political over here. That's crazy. That
Yeah,
wasn't
well,
on my bingo card. All right.
Bias Track wins. I mean, you'd be pretty. That wouldn't be a bad weekend for you.
Wouldn't be terrible. A little 12 points in the bag. We still got the main bracket. Let's take a look at this. Not much to look at, to be honest.
No, not honestly. I mean, you got. What I want to do here is kind of highlight and just quick look at who is here, and who do you
Yeah.
think is winning the championship based off of the bracket.
Not Dmitry Brutsky. Because we're in his bracket and Alex Jager is
Oh yeah.
gonna take him down. Off of this bracket,
It is cool to see that the top four are in
Chen.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
I think Cody Buchanan's bracket sucks. It's pretty difficult.
Yeah, you
Cole's
got
is
Jerry in there.
Cole's isn't any easier. Off of this bracket, probably might have to go Nate Chen here. But
Chen,
it's
huh?
probably gonna, let's be honest here, Cole Richards is gonna get it because he kicked some ass here 2 years ago. He got second, then his blower belt left the chat. So that was foreshadowing the year after that, which is kind of funny now that I think about it. But yeah, I think Cole's gonna win the championship. Don't know if he's gonna win the round, but I think Cole will get the championship this year.
Interesting.
Roll Richards. Roll
Yeah,
Richards.
the
Yeah.
guy that I feel like is the guy to beat, honestly, at this track is going to be Dimitri, though.
Nope. How?
He did well here last year. I think he got second or third or first or something.
I think he won here last year,
Yeah.
maybe after an abysmal prospect season. But what do I know? Let me see. Where's he even at? Dmitry Brutsky? Yeah, he won.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. I mean, if his
Yeah.
car stays together, sure.
Oh, yeah. You make a good point there. They have
No.
not been staying
So
together the last couple rounds.
yeah, they've not been doing great.
Yeah. Talk about a guy that's just been going
You gotta
through
think
cars, like
also,
engines and
like,
stuff. Like,
yeah,
I guess
yeah.
I would need to talk to him, uh, just to see what's going on. I wonder if he originally had like built engines in the car for the beginning of the year and those failed, and now he's just kind of thrown in more
Just
factory engines and just turboing them and
that's
hoping they make it.
expensive. Yeah, that is very expensive. Well, if we look statistically, if it's the rumor mill being that 2023 Pro Spec or 2023 Utah is going to be the round essentially. Hypothetically, if we look at previous year standings in Grantsville, Brutsky got knocked out in the 16. So on paper,
Okay, okay,
Brutsky's not going to do too hot. I think to Brutsky's benefit, last year's track definitely was to his style, like kind of
right.
slower,
Mm-hmm.
very wide, can ride that left foot brake real nicely, and no one can complain about it.
Yeah.
Um, but this year, you gotta have a little juice in it. Gotta be juicing it a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
I am curious. I think there'll be some fun potentials. I mean, obviously, just looking at, Corey Talaska is kind of like that dark horse in Nate Chen's bracket, I feel like, where I feel like this kind of track suits him as well,
Yeah.
compared to some of the other tracks that he drives.
Yeah.
But again, he's another guy that's gonna be looking for a top three. It's gonna be tough, because he's got to jump some people to get there. But yeah, it is interesting because each of the top guys kind of has that person in their bracket that is going to be fighting for those top spots, and I'm hopeful. We won't actually know until those guys win their battles, and if they do win their battles, but we could get some really interesting placement changes depending, and it could just be based on when they meet each other, like a Nate Chen and Corey Talaska, or you got like a Cody Buchanan, Jerry Johnson, pretty close in the standings that could meet. And I'm trying to remember who's the highest place in Cole's bracket. Would that be Trevor?
The
Longby?
highest placed? What do you mean?
Yeah, who's the highest placed driver in Cole Richards'
Colette?
bracket? Is it Colette? Oh yeah, you're right. Colette would be a pretty big battle if she got through against Cole for placement, and then in Dimitri's bracket was Jaeger the highest placed
Yes.
driver in that outside of him. So there is some definitely some fun battles to kind of watch. I'm excited. I think if I had to pick, honestly, I don't think Cole Richards is a bad answer. I mean, there's probably not a bad answer with those three, but um, yeah, I think Cole, like you said, has done well here in the past without a
Yep.
blower even attached to his car. So
Yeah.
I know he really likes this track. Uh, Probably picking Cole, but we'll see. We won't know until people start getting knocked out. All right.
Precisely.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to pro.
This is pro spec.
I know. I gotta change the
Oh my god.
things.
All right, pro. Just an update to everyone who's watching. We don't have the pro bracket because they will not release the bracket until load-ins to determine whether it's 32 or 33 drivers. Boo. Anyway, um, yeah. I mean, what do you think? What do you think about the championship hunt? Who do you think is going to do great here? Let me know your thoughts, Nate. What do you think? What are you thinking?
Well, I'm actually working on getting another person to quick jump on here. So that's what I've been thinking. So I have not listened to what a word you just said.
Secretive. Ooh, all right.
but
I'll just answer my own question. No, I'm joking. Not
no, but I
really.
think for the championship, it's gonna be tough because you're trying to have someone lose that doesn't lose,
Yep.
like hardly ever, and so
Yep.
it's like I made the post. I was like, did the championship just get lost in Seattle? And I feel like it kind of did, but we'll see. It's gonna be a tough one to claw back three whole battles in two events against James Dean
Yeah.
for a guy that's always at least top four finishing.
Had a little oopsie in Orlando, but to be fair, he said he was sick, right?
Yeah,
He was feeling a little under the weather, which,
and it's Orlando. I feel like
he's a
I
human.
guess I
It
don't really
happens.
know the Long Beach track, but I feel like this track is definitely a track that he benefits at.
Yeah, we'll see it with the Long Beach track for sure.
All right, I'm just writing messages to people real quick, so we'll see.
Alrighty, Tiny.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I think LZ is going
I'm
to be on the struggle bus this round. He never does well here in Utah. Something about something he just can't get it right.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, you're definitely figuring out that E36, but you're right. It's not been his
yeah,
strongest
it's not his
suit,
strongest track.
but
I think
Matt Field has done it
Matt
all.
Field's done great here. I think
Mm-hmm.
this top three may be the top three at the end of the year, to be honest with you. Maybe Hiroya creeps up, a little Hiroya action. I don't know how well he did last year. I do not remember, which probably isn't a good thing because that means it wasn't great.
Odie won
Let me
here last
see.
year.
He did
Yeah, and
because we're going to Arwindale.
Odie's kind of do some a win here. I feel like he's been it's just been an underwhelming season for
It
him,
has,
and
yeah.
and especially the way the last two events have gone. Like it's like I think he's probably due a win. I would not be surprised to see him on the podium for this event. Honestly,
Yeah, I don't know. It has really been a season to forget in a way for Odie because, we know him as a winning driver, top two, top three, and it just hasn't really come together too much this year.
yeah.
So,
All right, Travis, can you
yeah.
hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. How you doing, buddy?
Holy shit. I came on with no technical difficulties.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
crazy.
you are very
That's
skinny,
actually
but
crazy.
other than that,
I'll go like this.
Yeah,
there we
Is
go.
that
Well,
better?
yeah, that's way better.
yeah.
All right, just don't crash.
Look at that. I'm a wizard, Harry. No, I'm good now, dude. I'm hands free. Look, wee.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's just a green screen behind you. Don't worry. Um, the real quick.
Yeah.
So Travis wanted to come on real quick. Talk to us about what you know, what's going on with the layout, or what. Just tell me about Utah and driving it, even.
So Utah, the track is sick. It's super fast. It's the most consistently fast track in the series as far as like Seattle's a little faster, but it slows down,
Yeah.
um, towards the infield. Obviously Atlanta's a little faster on the entry,
Right.
but Utah's like consistently like 85-ish mile an hour vehicle speed, right? So it's like pretty
Right.
good. The downside is you're at like 4,200 feet or something like that.
Yeah.
So turbo cars basically just like much boost as they'll make, um, to try to get as much power out of it. NA cars, you're kind of screwed. You just got to either force feed that shit with nitrous or just like
Yeah.
deal with the power hit. Like my car makes probably, I don't know, 10%, maybe 15% less at
Wow.
Utah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just 'cause it's so high up in the air. So like I'm probably making, I don't know, when I was driving there, I was probably making like on the bottle 700 at the
Right.
tire, maybe like at the most.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's kind of the downside. Um, but obviously the scenery's sick. But I mean, the last like few years, they've really struggled with trying to find layouts that flow right.
Right.
And last year was like a big fiasco,
Mm-hmm.
Um, last year made it even worse. I have my theories. Um, Hopefully this year, I don't know exactly the layout they're going to go back to or what they're going to change. I know they are
Yeah.
changing it,
We heard
but
some rumors. Brandon, you want to tell them what you kind of were hearing?
Yeah, I heard the rumor is they're going back to something similar to 23, like how it was there with the inner clip in one, and then, or yeah, the inner clip and then an outer zone, and then the two big outer zones. So, what do you think about that track? Because I know you drove that layout. How do you like that compared to like the first year that they ran it?
so the first year, so I drove it the first, did I drive it 3 times or 2 times? I think I drove it only 2 years.
Hmm.
Um,
So it would have been your
the
second
first
year
one,
as the.
yeah. So the second year they would have made it two outer zones,
Okay. So
and I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, because
Yeah,
first year had an inner clip, and it was like it made it really
middle of the
hard to go.
corner.
Yeah, it made you transition track right, and it really burned the chase car like terribly.
Yeah,
Um, and it made the lead car, it pinched the lead car off to where like you didn't have enough room on the track to transition, so it was really terrible. And they made it two outer zones, and that made it a lot better. And then, but what they did was they ran the entry way back to try to let people like fire in really fast,
mm-hmm.
and that became a problem in my opinion because the vehicle speed was so high on entry, you had to scrub so much to make it through the first turn because it's just a 90-degree left instead of like a
Yeah.
sweeping turn. That it almost like choked you up and you had to fire off again and try to gain speed. And it was fast to slow to fast. And that's not like drift layouts don't work that way.
Right.
As soon as you like cut the speed of a car down and then it lights back off again and then you have to slow down again. Like the up and down speeds are not only terrible for a lead driver to drive, but like chase driver gets burned even harder because they have to basically just guess
Right.
when the lead driver's going to light off. But um, I think if they have a combination of everything where they have a shorter run up, they do the same inner clip. I kind of liked the idea of them going over the rumble strip and making the turn wider, but last year they just did it wrong. They did it on the track's right, and in my opinion, they should have done the inner clip and then gone over the rumble strip, um, like further to
Further
drivers
down. Yeah.
left, further down, so that when the drivers are transitioning in outer zone two, or I guess it'd be outer zone two, it would be less of a distance on that straightaway for a transition because the thing that makes the tandem bad at this track is the fact that like the lead car to stretch to the next zone has to slow roll a transition. It's almost like a drag race to get there. So the
Right.
chase driver's stuck in the smoke for light years, like they're
Mm-hmm.
just blind and just guessing, and then you end up either if you misjudge it, you're either a mile on the inside or you're blowing through blown through the billboards on the left,
Right. Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
but I think the combination of all outer zones and then the inner clip to outer zone over the rumble strip and then back in, I think that'd be the best layout. But I don't know if they're
Yeah.
gonna make.
That's kind
I
of
doubt they'll
what we were hearing. Is
go
it
over the
sounds
rumble
like.
strips again.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like they're doing something kind of like that, and I'm assuming for the inner clip they're gonna have
Okay.
like that box that you have to hit, and it's not gonna be a true inner clip
Yep.
as well. But I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to kind of hear their thought process on what they're thinking this year and whatnot. But yeah, like
Yeah. I mean, I'll be there. I'll be there tomorrow, so
mm-hmm,
I'll walk the track and see what's up.
mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting,
Yeah,
but
it's
they always change it, and you never know what you're gonna get.
exactly, and I feel like this track really shows like so. And one question I have for Brandon, I want to ask you this too. Like, what are you looking at going through this track? Because I feel like there's not many reference points to look at.
Are you asking me
Yeah.
that? Because I know you already asked me that, so
Yeah.
I don't really want to.
No,
I mean,
I was asking
Travis.
Travis that. Like, so what are you
Okay.
looking at
Yeah.
going?
I mean, you just takes a little bit. The biggest thing is just your timing on initiation where you're gonna light off.
Yeah.
You kind of just have to get a natural rhythm of that. You'll most drivers will blow off track a couple times until they figure out when they need to light off,
Yeah.
which is fine because there's some runoff there. Outer zone two is a little tricky because especially when the sun goes down, you're blind into outer zone
Right.
two, and it's kind of like crests over.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they put a cone at the beginning of the zone, and as you come over the hill, you can kind of see where the boxes come out,
Yeah.
and you kind of just like in my opinion, you have to have the car grippy enough to where you can fire into the zone and then light off as soon as your tire touches the box. That way you for sure are in the box.
Yeah.
I think the loose setups that float around and like drive really wide on the gas at like at angle and all that, I
Yeah.
don't think that works here because it wants to try to like float you off the track. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, I feel like you have to, because you have such a short amount of time between seeing the boxes and getting on throttle and starting to drive into the boxes, they're like, you have to be able to drive in super confidently and then know that when you light the car off that it's going to drive you out, like
Right.
it's not going to like, you're not going to pick up the throttle and the car just float into the dirt and then you get burned, because like otherwise you're going to be lighting off before you can even see the box, and then it's like a guessing game.
Right. And
um
but like even going like down the hill, like we all see a lot of people go off even down the hill. Is
yeah.
is that because it's just too loose of a setup?
No, I think it's because in my opinion, the last turn has a nice like banking to it. It actually
Yeah.
has a ton of grip. Um, like my car would hardly even pull the limiter in that
Yeah.
turn. Like
I guess
it hooks the
sorry.
car up
I
so
guess I
much.
meant more like bottom of the hill, not the final corner. I meant the bottom of the hill is where we see a lot of people come off. But then yeah, you are right. Like the because yeah, so the bottom of the hill is where I see a lot of people like fly off track. And like it's like
Oh,
not
like
even
at the end of
close.
outer zone, at the end of outer
Yeah.
zone two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just literally a misjudgment. Like
Mm.
people, like you just have to add angle to the car earlier to get it to start crossing the track for the transition. It obviously it's harder to see, and like the more people that drop tires there, the more dirt and shit gets on track.
Yeah.
So you lose some of the grip there, and then
Yeah.
you develop the hole, and then when you drop in the hole, it holds you there, and then like it becomes a whole pain in the ass.
Right.
Um, like it does get tough, and hopefully this year, like I feel like it's been the theme this season where we just fill the potholes with loose dirt, and then it starts grabbing wheels, and cars try to flip. So hopefully it doesn't.
Right.
I have a feeling it's going to do the same shit here. They're going to try to fill the ruts, and then people are going to go off DB'd, and then it's going to be the same thing where it tries to
Flip
suck the car
cars,
in
yeah.
the other direction and flip
Mhm.
cars around or whatever. Because that hasn't been a problem until this season, and it's in my opinion it's a really big problem. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. I think like I would like at a track like this, I think I would weigh it to where like it would be less of a risk from a driver. Like I'd rather be on the inside edge of the box than dropping a tire off the
Right.
track. Like I'll take the point deduction of, I guess, kind of missing the box. I'll take that over dropping a tire any day, because dropping a tire here at a track like this disrupts the car so much, and you're like so deep in the danger zone
Right,
that
and like
it really just like you
you
lose any.
throw dirt at
Yeah.
100 feet in the air too, and it's the most obvious thing.
Yep. Yeah,
There's
that
no way
too.
you're
It's like,
hiding it.
yep. Yeah, because they'll paint the new shit and it'll be like normal tire smoke to just immediately like blend with a little bit of brown, and then all of a sudden it's just a dirt cloud, and like
Yeah,
it's just, yeah, super obvious. But I don't know. The track's fun to drive for sure. It's just really, really hard for tandem because of the distances between turns on
right,
transition. And these cars obviously make so much smoke and you're going so fast that like it's really, really tough to have the balls to drive in there when you can't see. Um, so I don't know. Tandem at this track is notoriously like one of the worst rounds
right.
to watch, in my opinion, for like proximity.
Yeah,
But it also makes it that much cooler when someone figures it out and has like a crazy good chase run. They
yeah,
definitely look like a hero, because it's not very common that that happens.
right. And I guess my question is, do you think it would be let's say if this round was at sea level, do you think it would go better?
Not necessarily, just for the nature of the track.
Yeah.
Um,
Because people would
I
have
mean,
more
it
power.
would
Do you
help.
think it's the power that is an issue for some people, or is it just because it's a difficult track?
Maybe some, but majority of the field has some sort of like forced induction, so they
Right.
can mitigate it to like most of these guys are like maybe. I mean, they got to be like 10% down at most, because they just like
Right.
turn the boost up as high as they can, maybe 5%. It's
Mm-hmm.
just the NA nitrous cars
Yeah.
that really get in trouble. More so like pro spec guys that just have like NA, just like
Right.
LSs, you know.
Well, that's the interesting part
Um,
is like you got two of the top guys. Even Jerry, I guess, is another NA nitrous car.
yeah,
And then obviously you
yep,
got Nate and Cole at
yeah,
NA nitrous. It's like I'm curious to see, but I mean, I know Cole's driven the track without a blower before. I think it was 2 years ago or
yeah,
last year he drove the track without a blower and did just fine. I think he won a battle too.
yeah, and it's the track does a good job at like pointing out the drivers that aren't willing to loosen their car up,
Yeah.
because a lot of these guys, you know, they're at the power deficit and then they still try to be the fastest car on grid, and then it's really obvious when they're like struggling to drive the car through the course, you know. So
Right.
that's one thing. It definitely like it shows your cards really quick.
Yeah. How's tire life on this track?
Terrible.
Yeah.
It's super rough, and it's long, and like the cars are really loaded. So like especially the last turn, it's just a cheese grater for the right rear. Like
Yeah.
it's really, really tough. So like your low wheel speed, trying to conserve tire most of the time. Um,
Are you
which
shifting into that corner? Or you stay in the same gear the whole time?
No, same gear the whole time.
Yeah.
At least that's how I set my car up. I was, you know,
Yeah.
just starting second, two, three, four, initiate, and then just run through the whole track. There was
Yeah.
no shifts really, so which is nice. That
Right.
makes it better.
Yeah.
Um, but but yeah, I don't know. We'll see how many people get like pelted with rocks in that lower grandstand, dude. That's always like
Yeah.
sketches me out.
We were talking about that. Yeah, it's definitely that's suicide corner for the media for sure. Um,
Oh yeah, you guys
but
can't bring enough lenses, dude.
but I mean, Utah scenery wise is always pretty cool. I feel like it's like the chillest event of the year. I mean,
Yeah,
Seattle's always chill, but like, dude, you can bring the lawn chair out to Utah. Like, it's just like you got that peninsula. Like, it's you just go out and you just have cars drive around you the whole day. It's got to be pretty cool.
yeah.
Um,
The facility's super nice, also.
mm-hmm.
And they
Yeah,
have the kart track on property, and the dudes that run the kart track always hook up like hard card people. So
yeah.
like any teams and drivers, like dude, the first year we went there, they stupid enough for them. They told us like anyone with a hard card's $5 races.
Oh my gosh.
So we showed up and packed that place, dude. Like so many people almost died. Like Adam folded a cart in half.
Oh
I
my
got smoked a
gosh.
couple times. Like, dude, it was the first year we got them because there's a long track and like a short track, right?
Yeah.
Usually they run like the short track there, and they only run like half their group of carts.
Yeah.
The first year, dude, we got like all 40 of their carts out there on the long course at once,
Oh my
and they just
gosh.
opened it up for us, and it was absolute like it was a shit show, dude. But it was super fun.
Right.
But they don't do that anymore. They
Yeah.
don't. They do smaller
Understandably.
cart size and stuff because I think
Yeah.
a couple of the carts got totaled for sure.
Wow.
But that part of it's sick.
Yeah. I
Obviously the
mean,
scenery's sick.
they usually have driving there too. They're just on the side, in like in the parking lot
Yeah,
at the end too, which is kind of
yeah.
neat
Sunday.
sideshow. Yeah. I think they even
Yeah, they'll
drive
do like a
during
skid
the
pad.
event too. I think I've seen like during the break, um,
Mm,
during some of the breaks, they'll actually have some driving going on over there. I remember one
interesting.
year. I think it was Josh Love or Robert Thorne had gotten knocked out, and it was breaking between 32 and 16, and they went out and it was Robert Thorne and Josh Love, and they went out and drove the parking lot, and I remember them hitting each other and like breaking some stuff at the end
That's
of the
hilarious.
event.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a big skid pad out there in the lot, and then they do a Sunday drift event, and
yeah,
they like run the kart track as well as the
that's
big
cool.
skid pad.
Yeah, no,
But yeah,
it's a
sick facility.
really cool facility. It is in the middle of nowhere, but I mean,
That sucks. That's the crappy part is like there's not a lot of hotels and not a lot
mm,
of lodging nearby,
yeah,
unless you drive all the way to Salt Lake,
right,
which is like 35 minutes, 40 minutes
yeah,
out,
yeah,
which is like right outside of the edge of being ideal.
right,
So you have to deal with that, and then like I feel like it just doesn't bring the attendance, dude.
right, and
It's
that's
like
the other
Yeah.
thing.
it's a super bummer.
Yeah, there's just not the population. I don't feel like or like I don't know if it's just because I don't actually know the Utah drift scene very well, so I would be curious to know how many events are in the area. Like how often do people go drive? Like what is the local scene like? Because it's not a scene that I really hear about. Like I've heard about
Yeah,
Vegas, I've heard about obviously the different California series that go on, but especially like Utah is not a place that I hear too much about. So it'd be interesting to learn more about that. But yeah, no,
yeah,
it's a cool place. I'm not sure how much longer we're gonna be driving it, but um, it'll be
yeah.
interesting to
I've
see.
noticed like
Yeah, keep going.
yeah, I noticed the track like changes names every like 2 or 3 years. Someone else
Mm-hmm.
buys it, tries to revamp it and bring it back to life, and then it just gets sold off again. Because it's
Yeah.
been Miller, I'm pretty sure. It's
Mm-hmm.
been Utah Motorsports Campus. It's now Burt Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I think before Miller it was something else. Like
Yep.
it's been it's changed hands a bunch, which like obviously like sucks, and like people
Right.
keep losing money because they can't keep it alive. And I know like they built the whole nitro cross like setup there,
Yep.
so you have like all the rallycross course and all that crap. And like
That
I
all
know the
died.
last year, yeah, the last year that nitro cross went there, I had a couple friends that were there, and they said that it was just a ghost town, and you had like
Wow.
tons of huge names there running like the bug races or the
Yeah.
side by side class or like whatever, like tons of like whether it be like YouTubers or celebrities
Yeah.
or just influencer people, whatever. Like, right,
Right.
it should have drawn the crowd, and it still didn't, and that's a bad sign. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
it's got
You
to
know
be
it.
location.
Yeah. But looks like you made it home. Thank you for
Yeah,
hopping on, buddy. I just
yeah, no
I,
worries.
I wanted to get your quick thoughts on the actual track. Being able that you've driven it and stuff, and it's a very unique track that I feel like is hard to replicate. You know,
Yeah,
it's not one that you
yeah.
can just go to your local track and just drive something like that.
Yeah, yeah, I wish. Yeah, I don't know. It's even weird on the sim.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've driven a lot of laps on the sim there, and even that it kind of just feels a little off. Um, but the track's just like naturally so big and flowy, and it's not a very common thing, so
Right.
it's hard for these guys to get used to because you only drive a track like that, once a year, unless you go drive like a bunch of the grid lights, because all the grid lights have, we run like
Right.
massive road courses at those
Right.
events, so that helps, but not in pro cars, that's for
Right.
sure.
Exactly. But
So
awesome,
that
buddy.
changes it. But
Yeah.
yeah, are you coming out tomorrow? Are you flying out tomorrow or something?
Yes, flying
Or are
out
you not going?
tomorrow. Yep, fly out
Sick.
tomorrow. We'll. I don't know when I get in. I think it's like 7 or 8 at night. I don't know. I'm just gonna go get everything set
Same.
up, and it's an early morning start Thursday.
Sick. Yeah, I know. Driver's meeting at 7 a.m. Super stoked for that, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like the thing is we can't be drifters and just not show up on time. You know, it's like you have to. It's a professional
Yeah.
series. You gotta actually do what you're supposed
Yeah.
to do. Like
Yeah, dude.
I
I just
always
ride
I always
rolling, man.
laugh when they do the drivers meeting, on like if it's like a 2 day event at like a grassroots and there's like a Sunday drivers meeting in the morning and they're like, yeah, it never actually happens at that time ever. It's always at least
Yeah.
30 minutes, if not an hour later than when it was scheduled.
This same thing. Same thing happened to Grid Lives, dude. Everyone's there for the first one, and then they're like, Nick is just like, he's like, all right, I will call an emergency meeting on the schedule if I need you back here because I know you guys are going to show up tomorrow. So we're just going to knock it all out today and get everything done for the weekend. So emergency meeting if it's needed. If not, whatever. And then like sure shit like the first uh the first session will start at like a Grid Life. You get like an influx of cars for like a second, and then you'll get like people just trickling in because guys will roll out to the session, halfway
Yeah.
through it or like
Mm-hmm.
10 minutes late or whatever. And like,
Right.
that's me. Cause I'm like, I'll let everyone like pile in the first turn, break their shit. And then I'll just like drive the whole
Right.
second, like 20 minutes of the session.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just go jam around. But I don't know. That's kind of like the mindset's like, everyone's like, hey, are you driving this session? I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, well, it started. I'm like, yeah, it
Yeah.
has. I'm gonna wait a minute and then I'm gonna go out
Right.
there. I'm gonna burn a set of tires
Yeah.
off
Cause
like
they
an
don't.
asshole and then come back in.
Right. Well, they don't. It's really not enough time really to change tires in one session. So you kind of have
Yeah.
one set of tires at your disposal, basically.
People do it. People do
Yeah.
like sit in the hawker and they'll hot swap real quick and then go out. But like to me, I'm just like, that's just too much beating on the car, dude.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe I'm getting old. But I'm just like, I'll make this one set of tires last and just drive super fast. And like as soon as I feel them start to rattle or like
Yeah.
start to chord, I'm like, yeah, and I'll just burn one down the last turn and drive off, and I'll just reprep the car for the next session. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, well,
Awesome.
sick. Well, I'll see you guys out there tomorrow, and
Awesome.
or if not tomorrow, Thursday, and we'll
We'll figure it out. We'll jam
we'll
out. We'll
venture
do some
around.
fun stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah.
sounds
So
good.
before you exit, let me take you off the screen because last time last person that left like bricked my computer. So I'm gonna
Oh
just
yeah,
take you
okay.
off.
Yeah.
But then yeah,
All
after I say goodbye, you can go ahead and jump off. So
right,
see.
sounds good.
Yep.
All
See
right,
you
dudes.
later, buddy. All right.
Yep. Take
So
care.
hopefully that doesn't brick my computer when he actually leaves the session.
Dude, that was funny last week.
Yeah. Right. It was like, oh,
I'm joking.
oh my gosh, dude, you freaking got me. You got me so bad. I was like, no way.
That was good. I'm proud of that one. That was a good one. I'm proud of that.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I just got to do a little prep work when someone wants to leave now. I'm just like I'm all
Yeah.
paranoid. Like I've had some computer issues the last couple weeks and it's definitely on its
Hey.
last legs. SSDs do not like to be maxed out when memory and then have a terabyte deleted and then maxed out again and then a terabyte
Yeah,
deleted.
no, that's a great way to wear her out real
It does
good.
not like that. But welcome to editing and drift and editing
Yep.
videos for bazillion people and doing different things like
Yeah.
that. So, but we are almost at the 2 hour mark. So I want to
Yeah.
know some final thoughts. Chat, get some questions in if you have any about Utah or the event or the series so far. I want to know your thoughts on guys that could use some wins. I need like 5 names in here. And we're gonna go towards the bottom because that's where we're gonna find a lot of them. Obviously, the first real question is, and what I think is gonna really decide how cool a seating bracket is whether or not Ryan Literal shows up. That's the first question.
He's there. He showed up.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
So that probably means we're getting the lots of buy runs seating bracket, which actually I
Yeah.
kind of like because it's less people getting points.
True. True.
Well, not actually technically no. Now to think
Who
about it,
needs points? Who needs
it's just less
points
people.
here?
It's just less higher up people getting opportunities to get points.
Yeah, I
Um,
think Hurst and Literal obviously need points. They're under that 32.
right.
If you're under that 32, you can get kicked the fuck out of this series. So you need a lock in, gang.
For
Let's
real.
see here.
You know,
Uh,
it.
Radical Daniel needs some points. Ben Hobson needs some points.
Yeah. Do you think there's any? So just point it out there. Do you think there's any pressure on Ben Hobson's seat?
I'd hope so. Fucking shit, dude. You know? I think I don't know. I don't know. I've heard the ways he got that seat or how it all came about,
Yeah.
and I heard in the past that it's locked into like well into his mid 30s, and he's like 32 or something right now, right? Something like that. Let me look. I'm looking. I'm check. He's 31, so he could be locked in. I don't know. You know, I don't know. In my opinion, they feel like an Aston Martin F1 team right now. You know,
Yeah.
you got the Fernando Alonso in the form of James Dean,
Yeah.
just killing it. And then you have Ben Hobson. He has his shining moments, like the Lance Stroll, but at the end of the day, he
Yeah. He
doesn't
gets
do what he
that
needs to
that
do.
random
You
fifth
know?
place. Was it fifth or sixth?
Yeah,
Did he get fifth? Was it fifth the one this year? Yeah. Lance Stroll just randomly gets fifth. It was a
yeah.
wild event, but I think it was fifth he got.
I'll
It was,
send you some pictures if you want to put it up. Nick Novak, thank you, Nick Novak. If you're watching, he just sent me some of the brackets he drew at. He is watching.
yeah,
He
he
just
just
sent me
said
the
he's like y'all
brackets he threw out.
y'all
Where
want me
is
to see
when
me
did you? Oh,
versus
I found him.
Osbo. Like, aren't you Nick? Aren't you in seating bracket though? So that doesn't lock you
If
into.
so, if the 32, if it's not 32, then he will be against Osbo. Or if it is 32, he's against. No, if 32 shows up, then he's in seating. But if he's not in 32, he's against Osbo. I think is what it is.
Mm,
Yeah. So I'm looking here. So seating bracket for Salt Lake, according to Nick Novak, would be Federico, Byron, Andy versus Odie, Mata versus
that's
Hurst,
so funny.
Ben
You'd see
versus
Odie
Rudy.
versus Andy again. Jeez, oh Pete.
Yeah. Dan gets a Byron. Literal versus Olson. Brutsky gets a Byron. Gucci versus Madison. And then the bracket would be
Hold up, let me pull this stuff up. Give me a second. I'll pull it
okay.
up
All
so
right.
everyone can
All right.
see. You
All
know,
right. All
we gotta
right. All
spoil it
right.
all.
Hey.
So I gotta airdrop it all. You know, got some
Jeez Louise.
fancy Apple products here that we can do that now.
Wow.
So
Mr. Baller over here. Mr. Rich
I'm
Guy.
gonna pull up the seating bracket stuff because that's what it looks like we want to look at first. So let's pull up
Of
seating
course.
bracket real quick. Talk about some amazing handwriting, by the way, Nick. Beautiful. But so if I'm correct, this is the bracket that it looks like it's gonna be. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You just freaking me
So
out.
seating 16 doesn't show it's the top, and then Salt Lake, if literal shows, that's the bottom. So
Yes.
literal's there, so he's obviously showing up.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It looks like it's gonna be this bracket, the one I have highlighted, or like zoomed in on.
Yeah.
So it'd be like you said, Federico with the bye and Dan with the buys. You got Andy and Odie again, which I'm sure they
Uh-huh.
love just battling. It would be like their sixth time battling. You got Mata
They
and
love it.
Cash, another rematch from last round, which I think will be good. Good. I know Mata would like to battle Cash again, so it would be a good one. You got Ben versus Rudy, which they went against. Did all these guys go against each
They,
other last time?
I feel like it, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
You got literal
Literal
Olsen.
versus Olson. That'll be interesting.
That'll be
See what
a
happens
different
there.
one.
Olson historically does very well here. Fourth place in the
He
Supra
does.
last time he was in that Supra.
Yep.
So
So I
Not too
think
shabby.
I think I think him. I mean, I definitely like him for this bracket for sure. Odie's obviously another big favorite for the bracket as well. On the
Yeah,
other
I think
side,
I think I think Odie would win this pretty good.
yeah, another battle between Odie and Olsen in the finals. But
Straight up.
we got Gucci in here. I forgot Gucci's in seating right now.
Goose is
Um,
loose, as they say.
yeah. So this is
I just
theoretically
realized
the
that's not a
bracket.
great thing to say. The
The
goose
Goosh
is
is
loose.
loose.
Yeah, I feel like you could change those last couple letters, the fourth letter, and make it a little weird. Anyway, we could go to the actual bracket, I guess.
Okay. Let me
That
pull
will
that
be the
up.
next one.
So I'm looking at Salt Lake top 32 bracket. Which one is it though? Oh, is there
The
only there's only one
it's
bracket?
it's one. So if you pull it up real quick,
Yeah,
it will
is it?
say like for example on the right side, no back versus Osbo or seeding. So if it says or seeding, that means if literal doesn't show up, if it's 32, that's
Is it
or
this bracket
seeding.
or no?
Yes, it is that one.
Okay.
So if you see like in 16, 15,
Oh, okay.
13 and 14 as per usual, like that four, that weird
Yeah.
four, if 32 show up, then it would be like, for example, Stookie versus Jack Shanahan.
Yeah.
If literal doesn't show up, then it'd be Stookie and seating. But if literal shows up, it'll be Stookie versus Shanahan. And then like
Hmm.
on the opposite side, no back versus Osbo. Literal doesn't show up, then it'll be no back and no back versus seating. But since literal is showing up, no back Osbo, which is running it back again.
Yeah, we're seeing. I mean,
Nick,
and
that would be.
that's kind of the
I think
trend
you need
though.
to win that to get James that title, and he'll thank you in the form of a big smooch on the forehead. I think that'd be good.
No,
Beecham and O'Sully, that's a good little 32 battle right there.
yeah. Still trying to figure out. I'm a bit lost. I'll be honest.
Oh
Like the
my
bottom.
God, it's not that hard.
No, like the
Everything is
bottom.
seeding. Everything is seeding
Unless it
except
says.
for yeah, everything is seeding except for positions 16, 15, 14, and 13.
Okay.
Those ones are battles. Those fours are battles. Everyone else is a seeding what if.
So who would Stuckey be battling and seeding if he wasn't seeding?
Fucking whoever wins seeding.
No, but who? But if they did the 32, or if there were only 32
Okay.
drivers, he would be in seeding. You're saying, right?
No, he wouldn't.
Oh,
He's in 16th. If
right.
he if
Yeah,
there
yeah,
are only 32, everyone who places below 16th, so 17th to 32nd in the previous round gets put in the seeding. And then whatever that
I
order
just want to know if chat is following along with Mister.
chat, let's get a 1 if we're following, and
Or
then
is
let's
zero
get
if we're completely
let's
lost.
get a 0 if you don't know what's going on. I think it's pretty easy to
I don't
understand.
know if I'm not as autistic as some people,
Okay,
so it's.
fuck you. All right, you're not wrong, but go fuck yourself respectfully. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the brackets too. The Dean bracket, it's pretty stacked. You got Dean, dude. Okay,
Osbo.
Dean and Osbo in the 16 would go kind of nutty, and then Turk and Forsberg, a
Yeah, dude,
classic
that's a
story.
pretty wild bracket. Okay.
That's a bracket for sure. LZ and Sorensen, Manoa,
Manoa.
TLO. But I think Novak will take out Oslo this time, and then
Right.
Novak's right. He'll knock out Dean, and then it will take it to Long Beach for the championship. Nick, you just need to have your front toe correct, and then you'll be chilling.
Exactly.
I wonder if his crew chief's gonna be here. Nick, if you're here in the chat, let me know if Aaron is gonna be there or not.
A
Uh,
Ron.
Aaron. Let's see here. LZ bracket, not too terrible. Got a Manoa in there.
Sorensen. Yeah.
Gastro bracket.
Yeah.
if I were to be anyone, I'd want to be in that Castro bracket. It's not
Yeah.
terrible. You got D Hughes and Shanahan in there, which isn't great. Top
But
left, we got Rome, Masuyama, Stuckey, and Field. Okay. All right.
interesting. So
Interesting
definitely want to be
indeed.
on the left side.
Yes, indeed. I would
uh,
agree.
yeah. So if we were watching seating bracket, look for people that are gonna or look for battles that are gonna decide if you're gonna be in the left or right. So that
Oh.
would like be the winner of seating. That'd be third place. Or no?
Yep.
Yeah. No, it'd be fourth
Um,
place. Sorry.
I don't fucking know what you just said, so we'll run with it. Yeah.
So if you win seating or if you're fourth, you go into the left side of seating.
Okay. Wait, say that one more time.
If you
Sorry, I'm
win
so out of it.
seating
Okay.
or get fourth in seating, you go on the left side of the bracket. Correct? Or is it the
There's a
opposite?
lot of people who could go. Their last in seating will go. Um, one, two, three, four, five. What is it? Six? Yeah, it's six on each side. I don't know. Six and six. So whatever. I don't know. Whoever
Oh,
does
I'm sorry, chat.
okay.
This has been rough.
Chat, it's okay, chat. We're all in it. We're all in it for the fun and games type shit.
All right. So after looking at this bracket, I need a finals. And I'm going field
Uh-huh. Well, yeah.
because I like his side of the bracket for him.
Okay.
No offense to anyone over there, but he's had
Nah,
good
he's saying all
success
of you
here.
are shit over there. Everyone
Yeah.
over there is shit. Yeah, that's what you just said. No one's
And
coming on the show anymore. No, we're done. Bet the house on Byron? Dude, you are so correct. Fire. His name's Fire in the
I
chat.
think Osbo or no, where's Odie? So
Odie?
if Odie
Well, he's
wins
in the
seating,
seating bracket.
right? So if Odie wins seating, where does he go?
He goes where Connor Shanahan is. Nope. Yeah, Connor Shanahan, where homeboy's at.
So he is on the left side of the bracket if
Yes,
he wins. Huh.
if he wins.
That's a tough one because he would have been my other person that I would have picked.
Uh, well, just looking at this, I'll go Field Dean. Final, but they flip flop because
Yeah.
Field will rear end Dean and make him do a pirouette like he did 2 years
He
ago to
did. I was gonna
Denofa.
say, yeah, he did that two
Yeah,
years ago.
yeah. History repeats itself, as they say. So watch out, everyone. Watch out.
Yeah. Official one should be out tomorrow or Thursday, is what AK-47 boy
I mean,
says.
yeah,
I would
that
assume
it
so.
has to be out by Thursday because seating brackets a thing.
Right.
But yeah, yeah, it should be out tomorrow or Thursday. This is it. I mean, it's we got the math pretty dialed. I don't. Nick does. Shout out Nick Novak. I don't know. I still don't understand how they pull the card or any of that shit. At this point, just put it in a random number generator, and
Well,
that's
they
who
do
fucking
it.
goes
They
in the
do it
seating.
at every.
Drivers meeting.
No, it's not the drivers' meeting. Don't they do it
Oh,
during podium?
podium,
Yeah,
right?
they do it
Yeah.
during podium, and they like. I always am like, I never know what the number means, so I'm like, okay, cool, it's a
I don't
number.
either. Cool, a five. It seems to always be five. Wonderful. Yeah. Fuck does that mean?
No.
But yeah, I don't know. Cool.
Honestly, I
Well,
think the guys that I feel like especially Odie, I think is the guy that needs the win, and I think he's gonna drive pretty hard to get that. So honestly, if he's on the left side, then he's my pick on the left, and then Dean always does great here. It's gonna be hard to go against him. Honestly, it'll be okay if you want to actually have an interesting Long Beach. You need Osbo to beat Dean.
yeah, but Big James
Just
Dean
saying.
guy over here. So
Yeah,
I
and
mean, no.
I know
What we
Baldy's
want to
also a big James Dean guy. So
what we want to happen is Nick Novak takes out Osbo and then takes out Dean. Then it still
oh yeah,
goes to Long Beach.
there you go.
You laugh like it's not possible. It's definitely
Oh
possible.
no, I know. I have faith in Nick. Yeah,
Yeah,
Totally.
I think so.
I just thought it was funny that his first win of the year came at his worst driven event.
Yeah, I don't. The toe on it was he was towed in the front, which
Brother, I didn't know what his
yeah.
car was doing half the time.
I
It
didn't
was like,
either, dude. I'm like, what is happening? It would just like when it transitioned, it just
bro,
literally
it
looked
just
like it
had a
was
mind of its
pooping
own. I
its.
was like, dude, that looks like the hardest thing I've ever seen to drive in my life.
Yeah,
Uh,
thing was not great.
no, but
Shout out
at
Nick
least it
Novak
sounds like they got it
for
figured out.
these
And
brackets though.
you know the
Yeah,
interesting thing is we do see Masayama on the list. I know that was sort of a question. He is coming. I think assume he's coming
he
back for
is
the
coming.
rest of
I
the
think he's
year.
gonna lock in the rest of the year. Yeah,
Yeah,
which is
which I'm excited
sick.
for. I'm
Yeah,
excited to see what he does, and because
imagine he gets like top 16 in the championship though, coming back for 3 rounds. It could
wild.
happen. you
I
know,
know, but I think
it
I
could
don't.
definitely happen.
This will be his first time I think driving in Utah. Um,
No, he did 22.
yeah, you're right. You're
Poopy
right. Never
year.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot. Yeah. Like, he's sitting 25th. He has double the points that Daigo has right now,
Oh my
which is kind of
gosh,
crazy.
that's
It's
you want to talk about
great.
that real quick?
Statistics are wonderful,
Holy smokes, dude! You want to talk about night and day difference? Who
Crazy.
would have thought that you would have at the beginning of the year? Okay, we kind of predicted that Daigo wasn't going to do great, but then you throw Masayama in there and he doubles the points in one event. Who would have guessed that?
Who would have guessed it?
Because I would
Not
have
me.
thought Daigo would at least had a one round where he was like pretty competitive, but honestly, he was almost non-existent for a lot of the battles that he
Yeah.
was here. Talk about Andy talking about it earlier. The old guys just getting left behind. Daigo was it was pretty jarring actually seeing him come over and honestly, I mean he might have not loved the car. He might have not liked the setup, but like
You need a V8
yeah, but it was like
or a
it,
sim.
it was
Daigo, you got the resources for a sim. I
right.
know that.
I don't know. He's got other things he got to do in life, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
doing monster stuff. But yeah, that was pretty jarring. But then to just see, and I bet you the guy that I bet you is the happiest in the world right now is Jerry Yang, because now he's like, yeah, okay, that car I built doesn't suck. It was it was the driver.
Yeah.
You know, because that car was very looked very stable when Masayama was driving it. Looked very good. I'm sure that had a lot to do with Masayama driving it, but um, dang, like that was sweet, sweet to see. Man, we have it's already well past time, but we haven't even
Yep.
hit the topic I wanted to hit, which was the Driftmaster stuff. So I'm actually gonna
Maybe we hold out on it till the Driftmaster show.
but
We got a
like
couple weeks.
it's relevant right
I think
now.
we
We'll
gotta
just do a little thing.
real quick, little teaser.
There's one point I wanted to
USA.
make, and
What? How Alan
is
Hines is doing it again?
is
W. Allen. Let's
is
go.
this the closest we've ever seen to an FD versus Driftmasters competition?
Oh, 100%. I mean, to be fair, one of them I know is not going to qualify because
Okay, well
I'm not going
that's
to say who. I'm not going to
yeah.
be
Okay,
rude.
well like
I'm just
I'm
saying
just not
specific.
thinking about that, but yes,
This is
is this not the most closest we've ever seen to an FD versus Driftmasters event?
I
Because
think so.
obviously you
Yeah.
get
Oh,
obviously
forgot about
Dean.
Joao.
Yeah, Joao's in
Forgot
here.
Joao.
But
Waywo. Yeah.
um, because obviously you got Dean that came over. Okay, but he's also now basically I would consider half FD driver at this point, half
Yeah.
Driftmasters. You obviously had Visek and him come over, but like, and then the Shanahans. So what is that? Four people. So it would.
Sure.
It's. I'm excited to see a guy like Matt Field over there. See Adam over there
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. The
Just with it.
Sorensen, the Manoa there too. That's gonna
Man,
be
I wish Brandon.
awesome.
I wish. No offense to Amanda, I really wish that was Brandon.
It'd be yeah.
Dude,
I
I want
think
to
this
see
track
Brandon
would
drive over there because I think it'd be really interesting. Because then, if you got
yeah,
Brandon, Adam, and Matt over there, I think it'd be a really cool barometer to see kind of
yeah,
some of the FD drivers go into the Driftmasters arena. You know,
It's
because
really
we
cool that, we got more Americans over there. 3 Americans competing,
yeah,
Pretty cool.
like I'm pretty hyped. Like, and I'm sorry I'm kind of glossing over some other people like your boy Alan, but I'm
Go
glad
Allen.
Alan's coming for some redemption because he
He's got
unfortunately
he's
did
got
not.
some big okay. There's a plan that may happen, and if he does, it's gonna be big.
Okay.
He's gonna do something pretty cool. So I'm excited to see that, and hopefully it goes well for him. He's a close friend of mine, so always rooting for the guy, Mr.
Yeah.
Hines. So
Yeah, I just keep it out of the wall, buddy. There's a lot more walls
hey,
at this track, you know. Um,
true.
Nick Novak said Zhao is driving his S550, which,
He is, which is not a great move. No offense, Joao.
yeah,
What are we doing?
I mean,
Why did we do that?
there's a lot of questions that you could ask that of him. Like that dude has spent so much money breaking his cars. Like, just rent a car, buddy. Just rent a
Rent
car that's
something.
set up,
Yeah.
ready to go. I mean,
Drift Games has
Sorensen,
got 2 cars.
like Amanda's doing it
That's
right.
what
She's
Matt's
renting a
gonna
local
drive.
car there, and I'm sure Matt's.
Yeah.
I don't know Matt's
I bet
driving.
Matt's gonna drive the Supra, the A90 Supra, the Drift Games one,
Oh,
because
you
it's pretty
think
close to a Corvette seating position wise. If you
that would
think
be
about it,
interesting? That would actually
because the
be
nose
interesting.
still long. I don't know. Maybe I could be completely off. I don't know what
I
the
don't
fuck
think
you
you're right,
drive though.
but it could be interesting
Okay.
because
All right.
Hiroya is driving
The Dean
James
Mobile.
James Dean's S15, which
Yeah. Ooh,
honestly
Nelly.
I low key Manoa might just win the event. Like,
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, dude, Manoa may just take it all the way at this point.
what a kid, dude. So that like,
Yeah. What a guy.
dude, like this is I'm pretty excited. I mean, and you kind of knew it was gonna happen with Poland. Like you knew if there's an event in the world to drive, it's Poland.
It's Poland. I mean, yeah, and even their halftime show, like they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
have an F1 car there doing stuff. They got David Coulthard and
Yep.
Carlos Sainz Senior rally stuff. Like it's gonna be awesome from the Red Bull perspective too. So I wish I could go. Really wish I bought tickets, but
Yeah, it's a whole thing to get
it
over
is
there.
what it
But
is. Yeah, figure it
like
out.
eventually someday. But like
Yeah,
it's such a cool event, and I'm glad to see some Americans heading over. I know financially that's probably a wash for these guys.
oh,
Except for
100%.
Adam. Adam, I'm sure will sell tons of stuff over there. But like
Yeah,
in
Drift
terms of
HQ ships worldwide, so he's good.
yeah, but like in terms of like the reason you don't see Americans go over to Drift Masters or even like a lot of people that drive over here is because the money's just not there, and it was really prevalent when I
Yeah.
went over to um what round I go to Mondello.
Monde- Mondello, yeah,
Um,
Modelo,
the money is just not there for the
yeah.
drivers and
No, I get
the
you.
market there, and it's honestly the one thing that'll probably hold back Drift Masters is
Yeah, they put
having
on a
enough.
great facade. Like everyone's
Oh, it's
got
so
a
good.
$1 billion.
Hmm.
It's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, but it's really
that's
just
just not true.
not the case. But there's
You got
so
some
many good
people. You
drivers
got
over there.
Peter with 15 different A90 chassis ready to go. You
Yeah,
got Yves Meyer, who used to be an FD guy too, right? He's
yeah, but
got a
he was
whole
over in
big
Europe
tray.
first.
Yeah, he's got a big trailer with an A90. Like there are people with money, but
Oh yeah,
the people,
there's the Peter Visicks of the world that have
yeah,
all the resources and stuff like that. But I would say the majority of the field is just making it by, and you
yeah,
can really like, and they do specific things like the buses is a big thing over there where they modify a bus and the whole team is on the bus like that. You're
yeah.
sleeping with 7 8 dudes like
Pause, pause.
half an inch about, they're like 6 inches away from you. Like I went in and saw the sleeping quarters. It's like here's a bed and then here's another bed, and like I hope you don't get like claustrophobic because that's what you guys are doing. So it's like there's no like getting hotels for the room or guys. Like everyone's hand making their meals and stuff. Like there's no like going out and getting catering of Chick-fil-A or whatever for people and whatnot. Like it's just the the resource disparity compared to what is an FD is pretty apparent. And like, yeah, there's some guys that struggle in FD, but in comparison, it's like it's not really close. But like that's that's the thing. Is like there are people that, get cool opportunities. Like I'm sure Matt Field, I bet you Matt Fields is losing money going over there, but I think he's just doing it because he's a fan of drifting and he wants to do one of the coolest things that drifting
Yeah.
has ever done.
Or
And
maybe there is someone like some oil company or something, like some Middle Eastern oil company
maybe
that'll sponsor him or something.
I know, and I'm sure he's getting sponsored. I'm sure like Borla is helping him out. I know he's getting helped out. I
Yeah.
know he's making money other
Yeah.
ways over here, but like I just from what I've seen, and it'll be
On
interesting.
paper,
Yeah,
yeah.
on
Like I know Joao's 100% taking a loss with this,
mm-hmm, yeah,
So,
but it's like
yeah.
this is the round where people are going to come for the passion of it, and that's
Yeah.
the
I
cool
mean
thing to
like
kind of see.
60,000 people
Yeah,
go,
what
you
I'm
know.
curious about is what was the waiting list to get in here. Like I want to know how many people applied for this round because I'm sure they had to sift through a lot of names.
Yeah. I bet. I know Husa, Edward Husa. He's a
Yep.
sim guy actually. Big
Oh,
sim guy. He won the Norwegian championship, so
yeah,
he got a wild card to it. That was like his reward.
yeah.
Lukas Tasimieski, that dude is also a sim guy. I don't know why. I think it's because he's a virtual Drift Masters ambassador. He got that.
Wow.
Oleski Holovnia, that's Alex Holovnia. I
Right.
assume he just applied for it, and since
Yeah.
Amanda's there, it's
He's a
convenient.
yeah. He's a good name.
Bartosz Ostalovsky.
Good luck on that one.
Ostal.
Yeah.
Yep, yep. We'll work on that.
He's Polish. It's his
Is that the
national.
dude? Is that the dude who went against James Dean a few years ago and just absolutely knocked everyone's socks off, and then just refused to elaborate after that?
I don't know.
Maybe
I don't remember.
Ostalowski. Oh, this is the dude. No, wait, is it? Is this it? This is the dude without arms. He drives with his foot.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's right.
He
I've
did it
seen videos of
last
him.
year. I
Mm-hmm.
remember that. Yeah, in the E92.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Who are
Yeah.
the next people?
Yeah. If I would have
Oh
just looked
yeah,
at
it
his
seems like
picture.
all of Trinity Racing is just doing it for convenience. We got
Right.
Alovnia and the other guy. I can't
Mm-hmm.
pronounce. I'm not even gonna try. And then Alan got it.
Konstantin Sharenko. That's not
Uh-huh.
bad.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep.
Konstantin Sharenko.
And then Alan got it because he's a virtual Drift Masters ambassador.
Yeah.
And the thing that he's doing could be very cool.
Yep.
Timu I fuck that. I don't know either.
Asunma.
Asunma?
This is why I don't envy Jake's job at all. Trying to pronounce some
Yeah.
of these. I'm
How do
like,
you spell it?
brother,
Oh, I found it. Maybe he won the Finnish championship or something.
don't know.
He just does rounds. I think he probably bought into it. I
Yeah.
think he's been doing a lot. He's the dude with
I kept hearing like that was a
the
thing.
Hallex
That some of these wild
E46.
card positions are getting bought.
Yeah, it is a
Um,
thing that they do.
which I don't know if that'd be an interesting conversation to talk
Ooh,
about in the off season. About
Alan would be a great guy to have on because he was telling me about how that whole process works, but
yeah,
I
that would
forgot.
totally down. It'd be kind of cool to hear their side of how that all
Yeah.
goes down because I want to know what goes behind a wild card decision, what kind of goes behind all the factors and stuff because I would love somehow to implement it over here. I know Andy's gonna be like, take his credentials, but
Yeah.
I,
I like it too. I think it adds
like
a level
we get
of
a Matt
spice,
Field
you
now in
know?
Poland just for a round because how
Yeah.
cool is that gonna be,
Yeah.
Or an Adam coming over for a round and like how much publicity that's gonna bring the series.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
like it's such a awesome thing. Like I don't know. We've had this conversation so many times, but I just wanted to bring it up again. I got super hyped when I saw this and wanted to quick say some words. We will go all over this again before
In
the
a couple
round
weeks.
in a couple
Couple
weeks.
weeks. Yeah.
But I was a little too hyped for it to not talk about it this
Yeah.
episode. But we have gone well over time. We appreciate everyone hanging
Indeed.
out. It was a kind of a throw together show last minute. I've been busy with stuff. Just released a pretty big video on my actual personal car. That's been a process, kind of getting everything together for that and whatnot. Just and then personally, like driving the car and everything. Like it was really cool. I'm excited to do a bunch more videos on it and stuff, and talk about what I've been doing personally driving. Brandon, what have you been going on? What's been going on with you, buddy? I know
And I've
you.
just been, I don't know. Today, if I seem a little out of it on this stream today, I'm running off of like 3 hours of sleep. I went to sleep kind of late, and then I had a weird dream last night, and I couldn't fall back to sleep. I honestly don't even remember the dream. It was like I was having a panic attack or something. So that kind of sucks. But over the weekend, I'll be like a dad showing his kids at the baseball game. I built two Sims at a place down here, down a little further south
Nice.
from me.
Hell
Pretty
yeah.
cool. Triple OLED 45-inch monitors, the whole nine. It's in a really cool spot too. There'll be more info on that through me. But yeah, going to Utah, just ticking away, building sims, spreading the good word of sim racing, because sim drifting, sim racing, it's not a fad. It's real. It's good. It helps you get better, and it's fun too. It's just a good time. So if you're negative about it, give it a chance. Maybe try the Sims at FD. They're kind of shit. But if you're in Georgia, give me a call and we can set something up, and you can try out mine because they're pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, and
yeah,
that's the thing is like it's a big commitment, especially if you don't have a PC to start out. But
yeah.
there's ways to try things, and there are
It's like
cheap ways to
having,
get
it's like,
into it too.
yeah, it's like having, it's like getting a second car almost, if you want to do it right. Like if you
Right.
spend like if you don't want to go, like for me, a lot of my clientele is turnkey, so it's I
Mm-hmm.
build everything and then ship it and then install it.
Right.
If you want to build it, spending that 5,500 bucks to do it right, it's a one time. Like you don't gotta keep up with things. There's not a lot of maintenance. If you don't get iRacing, there's no subscriptions. It's just once, if you math out your year, even in like,
Right.
grassroots style car, like Phil, for example, his C6, he probably spends more than that in 1 year in,
Mm-hmm.
consumables. So yeah, no,
And
it's
I will
good.
say it's a night and day difference driving in real life afterwards, after
Yeah.
putting a bunch of hours in. So, with that said, go check out Boundless Racing. Herbie was filming tonight, so he could not make the show tonight, but we will be doing a lot of the live stream stuff this weekend. You might even get me for one of the live streams as well. It's going to be a very busy weekend for us. I get in tomorrow night. I think you probably do too, Brandon.
Yep.
Um,
8 p.m. flying
yep.
at 7:59. If anyone wants to have a big sign at the Salt Lake City International Airport. Just kidding. Please don't fucking do that. Respectfully.
Respectfully, fuck off.
Don't fucking do that.
Um, but it's gonna be a long weekend, for sure. Obviously we got the banquet and everything as well. Um,
About that. God.
yep, yep. So there's always some kind of drama that happens out there, but it'll be good. It'll be a good time. I'm excited for Prospect. I'm glad that it's close, and I'm glad we have no idea who's gonna win, and it's gonna be a good time.
It's gonna be great, dude. I'm so excited. Utah's always my favorite. I like the people out there. Weather's always decent. We'll see this year, but scenery is just so freaking beautiful. It's a great,
Yeah,
beautiful, beautiful little state out there.
hell yeah.
So, yeah,
Awesome. All right,
I'm
and if you
excited,
guys
man.
like the stream, maybe give it a like, give it a share. I am the worst person in the world at promoting my own stuff. I'm supposed to say that like multiple times during a stream and in like the beginning, and I don't ever do that. But in order to supposed to do the YouTube thing. That's what I'm